Whoops. I think it's because... Wait, let me do this. I think it's because I thought... Because I updated the thumbnail on there, I thought I made it go live, but I think we should be good now. Hello, YouTube frogs. Hello, hello, hello. No chance I'm going to go Turkey. I'm going to Seneca. Seneca? I've never heard of Seneca in my life. That sounds like it should be in Italy. Are you sure you're going to the right place, my friend? Where? Probably his head, mate. True, 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 true. Listen, you're lashing out because we need one as well, Ash. No, okay, right. I didn't. Now I'm lashing out. Okay, no, you look beautiful, mate. You honestly, if I were to go bold, I mean, I'm sort of in that process. I would love to look like Ash. Now I feel like that's a fat compliment, no? Brock, appreciate the follow. Red with the 140 stream shriek. Holy dude. Thank you, Red. I really do appreciate you. You're always going at me, mate. It's fucking not on. What's not on? Try turning it off and on again, bro. How about it? How about it? Okay, gang. It is tier list season, baby. We are going to rank all of the DPS against each other in terms of power, and we are going to progressively update this every week until we hit season 3. Starting today. Did I do that intro correctly? I feel like I missed something out. Am I making shit up, or did you play with a streamer called Twickle? Twickle. Isn't she friends with Darcy? Is that? Am I thinking of the right streamer? I'm not sure. What's up, Caleb? How's it going, my friend? Thank you, Saw. What's up, Rennie? Love to New Zealand, my friend. I love New Zealand. My auntie lives there, and I visited New Plymouth when I was like maybe 10. Long fucking flight. Long fucking day. But I do fucking love New Zealand. I could, if it wasn't literally on the other side of the world, I feel like I would thrive in New Zealand. I love it there. I love the, like, I just love the vibe. I use pics of Ash to catfish on Grindr. You don't have to cover up here, bro. It's all good. It's all good. We know that Ash is on Grindr. We get it. I don't know if I did the intro correct, but fuck it. Who cares? We can go again, okay? What would I normally say? We're doing a DPS power tier list for season 3. Season 3 is kind of explained. I don't know. Bro? What are we broing? Be who you are. I love that song. Don't know what song that is. Is it true that you live inside of a Gap store? Someone said that to me before, and I don't know if it was you, Hugo, but if it is, no, it wasn't you, because that's your first message ever. No, I don't. That is just my wardrobe. And are you appreciating my wardrobe? I hope you are. Please make an own tier for Fury so Blizz don't nerf us, Mr. Streamer. Hey, listen, I think you're good on the nerfs, Anima. I think you're chilling, my friend. Long time watcher, long time wardrobe enjoyer. There we go. See, I was getting a bit of like, I was feeling a bit of shade there, Hugo. I thought there was a little bit of a like a dig, you know. But hey, if you're enjoying it, then we're cool. Now, first time Noah with certainty. I love it. I love that shit. Yeah, that was a first gaff. I respect it though. Your wardrobe is so clean, it looks like a clothes store shelf. Right, now I can't tell if you're taking the piss, Wrath, because Jess, my girlfriend, was watching my stream the other day. She might be watching now. Hi, Jess, stalker. And she was saying, she's been having words with me saying that I need to cover this shit up because it was pissing her off. So, yeah. We get it, you have a girl. She's your girlfriend too, Omega. Can't say that with such confidence Blizzard will find a way. Yeah, I feel like, I fear, Anima, that you don't know the kind of state that Fury is in right now, okay? Let's crack on then, shall we? Let me do that again. I got a Ring doorbell notification as I said that, and it scared me. Hi, mate, you need to cover that shit up. It's piss... Wait, is that you? Okay, right. Right. Let me drag this over here, and we're good. let's get the show on the road then. So we're just going to go as the specs are listed here. So we're going to start with the Frost DK. Now, Frost DK has been slamming on PTR. It's got amazing damage on a 45-second cooldown with Pillar of Frost and Reaper's Mark, but now Breath of Sindragosa is also a 1.5 minute cooldown. So every other Pillar of Frost is also paired with a Breath of Sindragosa for fatty AoE damage, but also great prio damage as well, which is an amazing damage profile to have. The single target seems crazy good too. I've tested a lot of this spec and the single target seems to be slapping, and somehow Frost DK just got a 10% flat damage buff across the board and even more single target damage. I don't know what Blizzard were thinking, but this spec is definitely an S tier spec for sure right now. It is literally unkillable as well. You've got AMS, you've got Lichborn, you've got Icebound Fortitude, and if you have the spare runic power, which good DKs will always have, then you're able to death strike damage that you've just taken back up. You also have an incredibly large health pool. You have death grips as well, which is some very nice niche utility, but they're always useful. We did unfortunately lose Abomination Limb, but I don't think that's a huge deal. And you also bring AMZ to the party. So Frost DK is firmly planting itself in the S tier. Her two-handed Frost is getting nasty now as well. Ooh, a little two-handed Frost angle. That'd be sick. It's tier list season, Maya. You forgive me, right? Didn't know I had a free ticket to the gun. Free backstage. Huh? Never mind. Probably should have thought that through before I said it. But it doesn't have a raid buff. Hashtag grip is not a raid buff. True that. Yeah, wrench due. Exactly. Holy biceps. Now we're looking a little bit skinny at the moment. I haven't been gymming, I'll be honest. I'll hold my hand. I'll hold both hands up. I haven't been gymming. We're still looking all right though. We take it. Is it Mythic Plus then? Can't even focus on tier list. Yeah, I did think that. Did think there might have been a bit of a distraction. Okay, on to the DK counterpart then. We have Unholy DK. Like always, their AoE seems crazy good. This is thanks to Epidemic, mainly the Epidemic from the Rider of the Apocalypse. I think it's Whitemane from the tier set. Epidemic is blasting. And although Bursting Swords did get capped to only eight targets, this spec still does crush the AoE meters. Though it does feel, I would say it feels slightly worse than before. But to compensate, I mean, it's not really a compensation. The Magus volleys that used to be able, if you take the right talent, they used to hit 5 targets. They will now hit 8 targets. So that's going to make Unholy better in these lower target counts. I know 8 targets is kind of up there, but it does help bridge that gap. Because they're no longer reliant on ridiculously large pools to pump, okay? However, their single target definitely does hold them back. I've played quite a bit of Unholy. I've seen a lot of Unholy as well. And even with cooldowns, their single target kind of sucks, which is going to hurt their placement a lot. Just like the Frost DK, they are pretty much unkillable, like the exact same toolkit that I mentioned for defensives. You're just going to death strike all the damage back up, and you've got a large enough health pool that you're going to survive one-shots. And I would say, like, I mean, I didn't make a big deal out of it for Frost DK, but the removal of A-Bomb Limb does hurt Unholy, especially with its lack of damage, especially in the single target department. Hashtag grip is not a raid buff. So Unholy DK, I'm going to put in the B tier. Now, on this tier list, I'm very aware that the B tier looks like... in fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to whack that up. Okay, we're going to have a D tier. Just so you guys are aware that being in the B tier is still a good spot to be in, right? If it's only one tier under, then you guys are going to think, oh, okay, that means that B tier is trash, trash, trash. First, I realise you can't be an F1 racer because of your gains, so that's bit... Oh, fuck's sake, what's the point? What's the point anymore? That was literally my future career. That was my side hustle. What's up, Avocado? Appreciate the follows, people, by the way, over at twitch.tv. Can you do a 360 on the room that you were at? My room's not clean enough for that, Tiago. I need more warning for that. D tier because streamer remembered Fury does indeed still exist. Retweet that shit. Right. Next up then, we have the Havoc Demon Hunter. Now they are slamming AoE thanks to their tier set because that is basically doubling your blade dance slashes for the Fury of the Eldrachi, which I'm pretty sure you now use in single target as well. But while they're slamming all of this massive AoE damage, they're also dealing some of the highest priority damage in the game because of Wounded Quarry, which at the end of the dungeon is within like your top 3 damage sources, which is nuts to have that much prior damage pumping out of this spec. And that damage profile is very sought after. So Havoc's in a very, very good spot right now, damage-wise. That also contributes to great single target damage for them as well. And honestly, I don't know why, but I feel like Havoc DH is... people know it's good, but I do still think that this spec is slept on, and I feel like this spec could even be S tier. I'm going to put it in the A+ tier for now, but I feel like, especially if VDH isn't meta, then Havoc could creep in, because it brings nice utility as well. It's got an AoE stun, single target stun as well. It's got Imprison that can be used for skips. And then the reason that I mentioned VDH was because if they are not brought, then the Havoc is going to bring Chaos Brand, which is looking very nice for a potential meta that might be cooking up. They're also very tanky as well. They've got great passive leech and also passive damage reduction and a short defensive cooldown in Blur. So a solid A+ for the Havoc DH. Can you please do Fury Warrior? I got to go. Listen, I would just go, buddy. I would just go. Like, you don't want to see where Fury is. Speaking of living in stores, imagine living inside the dairy section at the grocery store. Infinite PC cooling. Why specifically the dairy section though? Like, that could also be the meat section. Maybe you're vegetarian. You know? I don't know. Maybe you could just go in the freezer out back. I don't know. What's up, Dalesy? Grats on the cutting edge, Avocado. Love to hear that, my friend. Love to hear it. What's up, Pear? We got loads of people over at YouTube. Holy shit. I love this. Seriously thinking of doing Frost DK this coming season. So fun and sick funnel damage would be awesome. Hey, Frost DK is feeling the best it has ever felt. I am making videos as well, gang, that are going to talk more about like how the rotation feels, how fun the specs are, as opposed to power, okay? Is it? Yeah, Fury's pretty down bad. Probably nerfed here. Wait, what's nerfed here? Midnight? Holy shit, I've never seen so much action over at YouTube before. What the fuck is going on right now? Yeah, Frost was very good in Season 1. It was meta throughout the whole of Season 1. Sally, you can check out some Frost Mage testing on my Twitch, but I didn't get like a good enough key for YouTube, I'm afraid. The Frost DK rotation is pretty different, yeah. Okay. Next up, Balance Druid. I think it just goes straight at the top of the S tier. I don't think there is a class that does more damage than this spec at the moment. I'm pretty sure it has the most broken tier set in the game, and there's rumors that it's bugged because it's so bloody broken. But Keeper of the Grove, you're pulling all of your AoE pad damage that Balance normally has during its cooldowns. You're pulling all of that up, and then you're unleashing 2 Star Surges once your Dryad's gone, which is literally going to chunk down a priority mob and just delete it off the face of the earth, okay? The priority damage that this spec now has is disgusting, and it is 100... it's not going to stay like this, but if it does stay like this, it is 100% without a doubt meta. Balance always has amazing, consistent, sustained AoE damage, but to also give this spec now prio damage and in turn single target damage as well, nothing's even coming close to it at the moment. This spec is disgusting. Those Star Surges are critting for like 100 million back to back, and you are just literally deleting scary mobs off the face of the planet. It's wild. So, Balance is no longer just a pad spec anymore. It's been memed about that it's a pad spec. Even when it's done like amazing AoE damage, that's been enough to bring it, let alone this damage profile that it's now bringing. It always has damage as well because it has 2 incarnations and also a low cooldown on trees as well. It brings Mark of the Wild to your group if you're not playing with a druid already. It has great utility in terms of an AoE stop in Raw, an AoE stop in Vortex Typhoon. Nature's Vigil can be some nice off healing. Like I already mentioned, Mark of the Wild is huge. 3% burst for your whole team is undeniably good. And it is still slightly squishy, but it can be babied. And I know you don't want to hear it, Banished Druids, but you can sit bear form. I know it's not ideal because you can't do any damage, but you can sit bear form. If you know one-shots are coming, you're never going to die to them because you've always got an answer with bear form. But you are very susceptible to rot damage or frequent bursts of damage where you're still trying to get your damage rotation out. Doesn't really matter though, especially if you're playing with an Oracle Disc Priest. You can just be babied and just do the most disgusting, unheard of damage in the game. Yeah, Boomy Defensive, still not great, but it's workable, especially with the amount of damage this spec is bringing right now. Thank you, Renku. It means a lot, my mate. Page goes on mute. So, what the hell? Bro, you can't put it on mute. You don't count as a viewer. Oh, that's true as well. If Keeper of the Grove is meta, then you do get... I mean, you get the free regrowths, but you can just cast regrowth on yourself and get an 8% DR whenever you need it. So that does help too. I feel like I miss a load of people. People love tier lists, that's why. What? Are you talking about why so many people are here from YouTube? I mean, it adds up with the YouTube frogs, right? It does do that. It does do that. Next up, we have the Feral Druid, the Kitty Cat. So your tier set is massively buffing up your bleeds and is pretty much permanently up due to just being able to consistently hit Ravage. Then your Ravage is going to hit again 4 seconds later. So that is some big, big priority damage, especially inside cooldowns. The burst damage that Feral brings inside cooldowns is crazy, crazy high, and especially into a prio target that then also passively does AoE damage. But basically, you're funneling the majority of your damage into your main target, which is always a lovely damage profile, as you're going to hear me talk about a lot. They do bring great utility as well. Same sort of vibes as Balanced Druid. They've got the 3% burst from Mark of the Wild. That's huge. Enough by itself to bring a Druid. They also have AoE stops in Incap Raw, and also they have the Vortex and Typhoon combo to stop mobs there. They got a short kick because they're melee. Feral's actually tankier than Balance, especially when playing Druid of the Claw as well. They have Bark Skin on a short cooldown, Survival Instincts, which is a huge defensive cooldown, and they can also transfer a lot of the armor and health from their bear form into their cat form for a few seconds after swapping, and worst case, they jump into bear form and live the one-shot mechanic. I think I haven't seen a whole load of Feral, but I think, I think I'm going to go with B tier for Feral. I think the fact that it deals all of its damage into a priority target and passively cleaves, the damage is there for Feral, but it's definitely not that of the specs that are going to be in like A+, and S tier. What's going on there? You've never managed to catch me live. Did you just see the YouTube, like the stream being recommended? Unholy down so bad, lol. At least I can swap Frost. I was sweating my class choice was super hard. Nah, you'll be absolutely fine. Even if Frost DK is probably going to get nerfs, it's still going to be fine. It's that ahead. And Unholy can do good damage as well. Like if you know what you're doing on Unholy, you're going to pump. Do you want to mute alerts? Good shout. Good shout. Wait, what's Twitch, Omega? Please tell us. Did you do a difficulty and fun to play tier list also? Yeah, Ren, I'm definitely going to do that, my friend. Check out the easiest to hardest tier list that I've already done. Haven't really changed much, but I might redo them. Main Ellie Shaman, great choice. Tuffy, great choice. Second main Fire Mage. These two are not negotiable. I need to decide between Boomy, I mean, you're picking amazing specs across the board, Tuffy, so you can't really go wrong. Ah, you were watching the VODs of the live stream. Let's go, dude. Okay, next up, everyone's favorite, Augmentation Evoker. Now, I've actually seen this spec pumping its own damage, which to me shows that Aug is in an actual good spot. I know it hasn't been that great recently, but because it's also beefing up your party's damage, right? I want to... Now, I've actually seen this spec pumping its own damage, which to me shows that Aug is in a great spot because it's also beefing up your party's damage. Aug hasn't been that great recently, but the tier set, especially for Scale Commander, seems to be slamming DPS. It's doing, like, from what I've seen, 20+% of your overall damage. Crazy high numbers from Aug coming out, especially burst damage as well. It seems like in big AoE packs, it seems to be doing some decent numbers, which is kind of scary. I don't think Aug's anything crazy right now. It still is bringing some of the best utility in the game. It's bringing multiple AoE stops, versatility for your team, making your tank tankier and your healer stronger as well. It's considerably tanky as well. It brings 2 charges of hardened scales. Is that what it's called? It's got Renewing Blaze, and it also boasts a cheat death as well, which is huge. I'm going to put Aug in the B tier. I'm going to put it just behind Unholy. Don't read too much into how I'm ranking them within the tiers. I'm going to try my best to do that and like do it in chronological order, or power order, I should say. But if they're in B tier, they're in B tier, right? If they're in A tier, they're in A tier. We do a tier list for tanks. Not today, Fernando. Not today. Right, now we have the Devastation Evoker. I actually don't know if I've seen any dev on the PTR, but nothing's really changed except the tier set. They still have incredible burst. They're very good at single target damage and also mass AoE damage. It's unfortunate that with their AoE damage, it's kind of just quote-unquote pad damage. You're not really funneling any damage into like a priority target, are you? Which is not great. They're semi-tanky as well, much like their counterpart Augmentation, but they don't have a cheat death. So they're lacking there. They bring nice utility to the group. They bring Zephyr, Rescue, they bring a few AoE stops, and also they bring Bloodlust. I'm going to put Dev just in front of Augmentation, but I think these could easily be swapped out. I think they're pretty similar in terms of power right now. What are you guys yapping on about? Well, why would I go to Twitch when I got all here as well? True. Yeah, but you could Twitch Prime at Twitch. That's the difference, isn't it? Thanks for the follow, Xanox. I can't remember if I said thank you or not. Right. Now we have the Beast Mastery Hunter. Now, I've tested this early in the PTR, and it was pumping. The tier set is doing ridiculous damage on both single target and AoE. I'm not sure if in AoE, the tier set damage, which is Stampede, for those of you that don't know, I don't know if that is priority damage, but I'm pretty sure it's just kind of splash AoE damage. Regardless, it is doing work. It is pumping, and it always, this spec always has damage now, regardless of the circumstance, because it's got no cooldowns, and it got even easier because now Dire Beast isn't even a cooldown. It's just purely a passive proc. But the reason I said that I tested it early is because I was pumping on it. I'm pretty sure I topped the overalls that I played the BM in. But more recently, it seems like, I don't know if there's a bug, but it seems like people think this shit is turbo broken. So I'm going to put it in the S tier. I don't know if people would place it at the top of the S tier. I haven't seen it like very recently, but I know that BM is in a very, very good spot. BM is also very tanky. I'm not really sure why people still think it's squishy. It's got 2 charges of Survival of the Fittest. It's got Exhilaration at 30% heal on a very short cooldown. It's got 30% heal and maxed health from Fortitude of the Bear. It's got extra health from their pet, and it's also got Turtle. Like, to me, in my opinion, Beast Mastery is, I mean, Hunter as a whole is kind of tanky now, but I think Beast Mastery, maybe bar Dark Ranger, is the tankiest of the Hunter specs. I think it's a very, very tanky spec. And unfortunately, the only downside to the Hunter across the board is the utility is kind of lacking. With Pack Leader, you can trigger your binding shot by using a bursting shot. You can always trigger your binding shot with an implosive trap anyway, but the reason I mentioned Pack Leader is because of Horsehair Tether, I think it's called, where when the binding shot is triggered, it will pull everything back to the center of the binding shot, so everything's neatly stacked. You can't really count bursting shot as an AoE stop by itself because you fire the bursting shot, everything's now spread out, it's not grouped up. You can't do efficient damage and you can't do reliable AoE CC anymore, especially if there's casters. So that is the only thing that holds it back. But apart from that, the damage is there, the tankiness is there. So BM is definitely a strong contender for the meta at the moment. Yeah, this is up to date, Greg. This is up to date. Appreciate the follows, people. Thank you. Wonder if we can hit 14.7k follows today. That'd be sick. But no, I won't be doing a tier list for tanks today. With the PTR and beta cycles, I tend to focus on DPS and just get the best kind of knowledge and feel about all the DPS specs, how they're performing power-wise as well, and then kind of consolidate that information for you guys so that it can help you guys pick your main. And also help me pick my main at the same time. Hello, Falk. Problem is BM is always strong at the start but doesn't scale. I would say that's more true for MM Hunter. I don't know if that's so true for BM. BM normally scales quite well with stats. Okay, next we have the Marksmanship Hunter, which I think after the recent nerfs is actually the worst of the Hunter specs. But I'm not saying, like, this spec is still very, very good in my opinion. It's got ridiculously high burst on AoE and single target. Dark Ranger absolutely slams on single target as well, which is something that Marksmanship has struggled with in recent times. And with the changes to Black Arrow and the Dark Ranger tree, it brings much more consistent AoE dam through the spreading of your Black Arrow, which then means that you get more consistent and overall dam from Phantom Pain, which is just your aim shot damage replicating onto targets with Black Arrow. So that brings a lot more consistent AoE damage through that. You're not always reliant on cooldowns, which Dark Ranger was more reliant on CDs than Sentinel was. In AoE, it also slams great priority damage too, because you're now able to use your precise shot stack on your Black Arrow, because Black Arrow basically functions as multi-shot in AoE now, and that's going to do even more AoE damage through Bleak Powder, and also give you trick shots to get off another aim shot or rapid fire instantly. So the damage is still great for Marksmanship Hunter. It's incredibly tanky as well. Dark Ranger is, I would argue, one of the tankiest specs in the game. You've got 2 charges of Survival of the Fittest, which is a huge damage reduction. That whenever you use Survival of the Fittest, it's going to give you a small heal because it props Exhilaration at a lesser effectiveness, but it also works the other way around. So when you use Exhilaration, which is a 30% heal on basically a 1-minute cooldown, it's also going to give you a 40% damage reduction. Survival of the Fittest is 40%, right? 40% damage reduction on whenever you're using your Exhilaration, right? Then you have Turtle, you also have Feign Death to kind of dodge any single target spells. Sometimes it doesn't always work. Hey, don't we know it? And then unfortunately, unfortunately, the utility is a bit lacking for the Hunter. It is better for MM now because you don't need a pet to use your single target stun for intimidation. You don't need a pet to bring Bloodlust either. But because you don't need to bring a pet, you actually do lose a defensive. You lose Fortitude of the Bear as marksmanship, which hurts it a little bit, but I think Dark Ranger is so tanky anyway that you just don't even notice it. I'm going to put Marksmanship in the A tier. I don't think it's quite A+. It would have probably been S before the nerfs, but it's still in a very solid spot. Is my main sub-rogue cooked or what? Guess we'll see, Murky. I guess we will see. The problem with BM is that the only thing that it brings is being turbo broken, but if that gets nerfed a bit, then it's nothing else, right? Yeah, I mean, it's tanky now as well, which helps, but yeah, it's kind of in the same boat as like Warrior, where the damage they bring has to compensate for the lack of utility, right? Yeah, Sentinel's great as well. You're going to get more AoE and more like pad damage out of it, but you're going to be hurt on single target. Sentinel is not great for single target. That's where Dark Ranger kind of makes up for. And I think Dark Ranger is just better in AoE now as well. What's up, Cognac? I'm doing well, my friend. Cognac. It's Cognac, isn't it? I'm doing well. Hope you're doing good, buddy. They still bring Lust to the group, though. Yeah, I mentioned Lust. Okay, Survival Hunter, which has actually surprised me. Survival seems to be doing very well this season, or at least in the PTR so far. They have very consistent, great damage across the board. They have short cooldowns. Their coordinated assault is basically on a minute cooldown with Sentinel. But specifically in AoE and also priority damage is where they shine, and that's thanks to their bombs, and that's also because of the Sentinel tier set. This is definitely the best that their damage has been during this expansion so far. The single target is great too. It's nothing too crazy, but it definitely doesn't lack there either. So just flat out across the board, this spec is pumping, which is always a great spot to be in, and it always has damage. Much like the other specs, Survival is now in a tankier spot too. It also had its mastery rework so that you get a bit of tankiness out of your mastery, which is a stat that they do like to kind of hone in on. And I mean, I've mentioned it for the other two specs. The utility is just what's lacking for this spec. They have single target stop. They got an AoE stop in Implosive Trap. They have Binding Shot, but you can't really reliably proc that. And they do bring Bloodlust, which also naturally gives them more leech because then they're playing with a Frosty Pet, which gives them Predator's Thirst. I'm actually going to put Survival in the bottom of A+. From what I've seen and what I've played, this spec is pumping right now. It's going to be towards the bottom of A+, but I do think it's better than Marksmanship in its current state. Hello, Candy. How's it going? Just started playing. I'm looking for a ranged DPS character to play. Can you recommend characters? Maybe try out Beast Mastery if you're new to WoW, Caillou. BM's quite simple and easy to play, and it's in a great spot right now as well. I predict Vest will main either Enhanced Shaman or Rat. Oh, that's a rogue pick with Rat. I don't think I can main Rat. I would love to be able to main Rat. I do enjoy it, but it's just something about Rat that... It's something about Paladin that I can't main. I don't really like plate wearers. Play something you think would be fun, which is Devastation Evoker. Yeah, Devastation Evoker is a good shout as well. Dev's quite simple. It's flashy as well, which is always fun. Outside of that, I would maybe like BM, Devastation Evoker, Destruction Warlock, maybe. In damage terms, can still be S tier classes. Definitely in lower keys, it can. is doing great damage. It is pumping. Paladins at the Scroll Prefects. Yeah, exactly. Like, who wants to be a goody two-shoes? I have the same problem with Mage. Like, who cares? I want to be a fucking demon summoning edgelord, you know? And if you're dog shit at the game, you can just go Org and get carried all season. True. Oh, sorry, Mango. I didn't... Hey, my bad. I didn't mean it. Right. Another S tier spec then. We have the Arcane Mage. Now this spec, without a doubt, has the best priority damage in the game, and it's only gotten stronger since Season 2. In Season 2, the only reason that you really brought an Arcane Mage was because it would just delete those scary, higher health priority mobs that maybe do an AoE, and you're literally just able to skip another AoE, which might mean, which might cost you the key if that goes off. So they've only gotten stronger since Season 2, so that is pretty much cementing their place in the meta for Season 3. And that is also helped by the fact that their AoE damage has gotten even better as well. With their tier set, they are just constantly able to slam barrages back to back, get refunds, slam even more barrages. It is nuts. So especially like single target, priority damage, and cleave is where they excel. They don't have amazing like mass AoE damage, but the amount of damage that they do on cleave kind of compensates for that. It is target capped, unfortunately. But yeah, Arcane is in a great spot in terms of damage right now. It's also a mage, so basically unkillable if played well. You've got barrier, mirror image, you've got mass barrier, block, invis. The list goes on. Also, going into Season 3, somehow Arcane Intellect got buffed and you now bring 9% into your party. Wait, is that right? Do they bring 9% to the party, or is it just 9% for them? Oh, okay, it's self-in. Okay, so also going into Season 3, somehow their intellect got buffed. So now they get 9% intellect, and they're bringing 3% in for the rest of the party. Regardless of what kind of group comp that you're rocking with, you're always going to benefit from intellect because of your healer, right? And then they bring 2 AoE stops in Supernova or Dragon's Breath, whatever you're playing, and also Blast Wave. It's another mage season, baby. Mage is going to go right in behind Frost DK right there. I mean, it arguably could be higher, but I think after the recent buffs to Frost DK, the damage from this spec is just too crazy. Yeah, I realized as I said that I got that wrong. Okay. So sticking with mages then, Blizzard's favorite child. We got Fire Mage. Now, Sun Fury wasn't looking too hot from what I had tested and seen, and somehow that got a slight nerf. But Frostfire was deleting. Wait. What's going on with this music? It's throwing me off. Let's do this maybe? Wait, is that on shuffle? Okay. Okay, sticking with the mage then, we have Blizzard's favorite child. We have the Fire Mage. Now, from what I've tested and seen, Sun Fury was not looking too hot. It did catch a slight nerf with the recent changes, but Frostfire got a buff. Their Comet Storm damage was increased by 30%. So from what I've seen, I watched a bit of Billy the other day, his Comet Storm was doing like 20% plus of his overall, which is crazy because this spec was already pumping. Frostfire Fire Mage was slamming a lot of damage, and they're playing Ignite Fire Mage, which means all of their damage is slammed into a priority target, and it just purely passively cleaves to do its AoE damage. The best damage profile you could ask for in this game, because priority mobs, they're prevalent in every season, it seems, and Fire Mage and other specs that we see in the meta right now are taking care of them while also doing their AoE damage passively. The AoE damage, of course, is also completely buffed up by that Comet Storm damage, which is just taking care of it even more. But Ignite was like 40+% of my overall damage when I played Frostfire Fire Mage. Nuts. Also, because it's a mage as well, it's bringing some of the best utility in the game. You got 2 stops, AoE, Dragon's Breath, and also a Blast Wave. You've got a short kick, especially if it works out with your shifting power. And you're unkillable, and Fire's even more unkillable because it has a cheap death as well. Fire Mage, after the recent buffs, I'm going to put in the A+ tier, just behind Havoc and above Survival Hunter. Yeah, this is Mythic Plus pair. Correct. Mythic Plus, guys. Mythic Plus. Is copy keybinds to PTR broken? Yeah, I think it was. I think I tried it, and it just said copying for a long while. I've seen a lot of big mages rate Fire higher than Arcane now. Really? I'd say Arcane still, I don't know. Billy, I thought when I raided Billy yesterday, he said that Arcane was still better. But yeah, I'm happy with Fire in the A+ tier. Boomy, Frost DK, Fire Mage, Disc Priest, Vengeance, DH. I called it, remember it, chat. God, if we have another Boomy, Fire, Disc, Vengeance meta, I think everyone's just going to quit, aren't they? Where's my music gone? Let's try this. Maybe? I don't know. There we go. Nice. Nice-oo. And lastly, for the mages, we have the Frost Mage. Now, Frost seems very consistent across the board in terms of all damage profiles. Single target, priority dam, cleave dam, and also AoE dam. But I don't think it really shines bright anywhere. I mean, you could argue that its priority dam is very good because it's got glacial spikes that you're firing a lot more consistently now. But that's also firing a decently sized pyroblast as well. That's going to chunk a lot of priority mobs' health. But yeah, it's kind of just consistent across the board. And I think the other mage specs just do what Frost does, but better, or excels in a more desired damage profile. It's a mage, so again, it brings some of the best utility in the game. And also, as a Frost mage, you have double ice block. So if you're playing well, then you're arguably tankier, or you are tankier than an arcane mage. I mean, the mage barrier for arcane mage does do work. But having access to 2 ice blocks is huge, especially now that they're ice cold, right? But I would argue that Cauterize is better because sometimes you're not expecting to be one shot, and Cauterize saves you in a pinch. So Frost Mage, I think like I said, the other 2 mage specs just do what Frost does better. I'm going to put Frost in the top of the B tier. Ho, it's Windwalker time. What's up, Dan? Do Palarat. You know what, Puric? I'll skip everything just for you, buddy. Just for you. They always nerf BM and Shadow Priest before season start. Arcane, Enhance, Boomkin, and Frost. Why does everybody think that they nerf BM? Like, BM's been very good, and it's been meta quite a few times. All I want is a season with Demo like Blasting Keys. Asta, you've got what you wish for, my friend. Can we skip Ret? Should we leave Ret until last now? Is that the play? Maybe. Maybe, baby. Oh, where am I going to put Windwalker Monk then? So Windwalker Monk is still target capped on a lot of its AoE damage, unfortunately. However, it does bring great single target and also great cleave damage, but we are seeing a lot of big pulls in Season 3. It can keep up, especially during cooldowns, but the target cap definitely does hurt it. It's very, very tanky, so that is definitely not a problem for this spec. It's got a plethora of defensives. You've got Karma, you've got Fortifying Brew, you've got Diffuse Magic, you've got Self-Healing as well. So it definitely doesn't struggle in that department. Also, Mystic Touch got a huge buff. That is now increasing the damage enemies take by physical abilities by 8% instead of 3 previously, or 5. I can't remember exactly what it was. They've changed a whole load of that shit. So that's a huge buff, especially for the physical comp that people seem to be really wanting to be meta, but I can't really see it. But that would work nicely. I mean, you could be like an augmentation evoker for your BM Hunter if it goes live how it's currently standing. They bring great utility as well. They've got 2 AoE stops, a short AoE stun in leg sweep, and they've got Ring of Peace as well. They've got a short kick because they're melee. They've got Paralysis and Ring of Peace, which can be used in very niche scenarios to skip mobs. And I guess Mystic Touch could be classed as utility as well, right? So, for Windwalker, I'm going to place this spec in the B tier. Bottom of B tier for now. Hey, what's up, Rob? How's it going? I don't get why Blizzard makes Arcane insane. Even when Fire was better at the start of Season 2, they gave Arcane 12% damage buff over 2 patches. I don't know. I don't have answers for much of what Blizzard does with nerfs and buffs, to be honest. Like, how did Frosty K get a buff? Crazy work. If you have a physical comp, the target cap's less of an issue as you do smaller pulls normally. I mean, I guess there's some merit to that, but you're not gonna... Like, the physical comp right now would be what? BM Hunter... Havoc? No. I mean, let's finish the tier list before we... But it would be BM Hunter and Windwalker, right? So BM's completely uncapped, so you can still do bigger pulls. MM worse Hunter spec? Yeah, but not by much. MM's still very, very good. Gang type shit. Are you back home now, Rob? At least we're not taking into account Artie's ideas. What's Artie's idea? Do I want to know what Artie's ideas are? I don't know. I don't freaking know. As Vest mentioned, they have crazy util, and that makes them great Mythic Plus, but it's interesting Blizzard always makes Arcane Biss. Yeah, I don't know. Brew's looking pretty strong. Yeah, true. I mean, I don't like to rank specs based on like what other specs of that class are going to be in the meta. I do kind of like to rank them without that because stuff can always change. But Brew is looking very strong now, so that might take care of the Mystic Touch. And I imagine it will if people are wanting to play the physical comp. How far ahead is BM from MM? BM is slamming right now. Yeah, for sure, JBs, for sure. This is a progressive tier list, though. Like, this is how it's looking right now. Obviously, like, this is subjective. People might have other opinions on these specs where they're ranked. But we're going to update this tier list every week. We're going to come back to this same tier list and move the specs around that have seen nerfs or buffs. Enhancers A+ or S, yeah, Enhancers. Very, very good right now. Moving on to the Retribution Paladin then. The Pad King himself. I've been playing actually quite a bit of Ret recently. Shock, it still has mental AoE dam and pad damage again on ridiculously short cooldowns as well. So they always have damage. They are always blasting the meters and they're going to be able to get these cooldowns off multiple times within a pack in higher keys. However, they still lack on priority damage and single target damage. And that is Ret's biggest problem. And it will be maybe until a tier set fixes them or they just have a talent rework. The tier set is definitely helping their priority and single target damage by beefing up the Hammer of Light and also giving you another free Hammer of Light, but it's still not enough. It hasn't really affected its overall performance too much on single target or its priority damage. So that's unfortunate for the spec, but I mean, honestly, the AoE damage makes up for that as much as it can, right? This spec is one of the tankiest specs in the game, without a doubt. It's got 3 heavy defensives off heals. It's got its different blessings as well. So you almost have to try and die on a Ret Paladin. Hey, and you Ret Paladins make it look easy. Oh, did I say that? Brings great utility as well, which separates a good Ret from like a mediocre or bad Ret, right? They've got all their different blessings. They can help out their party in lots of different ways. They've got an AoE stop in Blinding Light, and they've also got a single target stun in Hodge. I'm going to put Ret at the top of the A tier. Actually, I'm going to put it behind Marksmanship. Let's do that. Which class would you choose to go for if you could never change the class again for the rest of your WoW time? Or will always be good/meta? If you want something that's always going to be good and always safe, then you go Mage. Every time. This is Mythic Plus, Babios. I changed from BM to MM after hitting 3k. It's going to be very annoying to have to change back again. Well, it's going to be a new season, right? But you can play, like, if your aim is to get 3k, you can play either spec and be absolutely fine. MM might even still be better in those lower key. I don't know. But MM's still very, very good. Play all 3 like a chat, true. Or just go survival. How about that? How about that then? Okay. Shadow Priest then. So, Shadow maybe has, well, I mean, it has one of the best damage profiles in the game. It's got a 30-second or even beefier 1-minute DPS cooldown, like gameplay loop. So that funnels all of your damage into a priority target and passively cleaves. It's almost as passive as Ignite Fire Mage, but obviously you just have to make sure your Shadow Crash lands. You've got 2 charges of Shadow Crash now as well, so that's going to make that a lot easier. And because... Fuck off, music. How did that... Like, my brain's so fucking chalked, isn't it? That little drop threw me off. And this priority damage that I'm talking about comes from its single target. Its single target is freaking absurd right now. I don't know if I've seen, like, it might have some of the best single target in the game at the moment. I'm pretty sure it does. And going into AoE, that doesn't change. You're still doing all of that, pretty much all of that same single target damage into a main target. So you're nuking that down while also nuking everything else down with your Psychic Link damage. So they literally just delete scary mobs. They're like Arcane. They don't do as much priority damage as Arcane, I don't think, but they do more AoE damage. They're also pretty tanky, pretty considerably tanky as well. They have a 20% damage reduction whenever they need it, with their flash heal and their fade. They have Desperate Prayer, Dispersion, and also they have their shields. They also, oh, okay, actually, let's talk about this in utility. So the utility is great as well, some of the best in the game. Power Word Fortitude, extra stamina for your whole group. Mass Dispel, super useful. Power Infusion, very nice, especially when paired with some other specs that we're seeing in the meta. And then what I was going to touch on is Vampiric Embrace, being the only sort of meaningful hybrid of healing that's left in the game. So that is really nice, especially on big, scary pools. Some of the off healing that the spec does is nuts. They also do have cleanses as well, which is something that I want to note for Season 3. Poison Dispels are looking very big, especially for Arakara with the changes to poisons in there. So that helps their ranking even more. Put some tempo around clip. No. It's Subway Surfers, bro. Get it right. Come on now. Or someone like cutting through food and I have to decide if it's cake or not. Go Dwarf if you want a powerful Dispel. Go Nelf if you want to have Bane Death. Go Human if you suck at balancing stats. I don't know about the Human recommendation. I'm not sure about all that. Still don't think it deserves S. That is crazy. Priest doesn't have poison. Does it not? Oh, wait. Oh, shit. Am I getting confused with yeah, I'm getting confused with Paladin, aren't I? Such a sandbagger, aren't you? RT wants to main Shadow Priest in Season 3, by the way. You know the poisons in the first area, Ash? From the... What the fuck are they called? The swirly, scary, green, circly mobs that apply poisons. They don't... those poisons now stack, which is fun. And you can literally get like 5 or 6 stacks and that is just going to fucking truck you. So, yeah, that's good fun. Okay, ignore what I said about the poison dispel for Shadow Priest then. I was getting confused with Paladin. So, Shadow Priest looking in a very, very strong spot for Season 3. I'm going to put Shadow Priest in the S tier. I think right now with what I've heard about BM, the damage is just crazy. It's bonkers. So, I don't think Shadow Priest is as good as these other specs, but I think like all of these specs are in an insane spot right now. And Shadow Priest, I think, is definitely very worthy of being in the S tier. You go Org? Oh, God. Who set him off again? Who set him off? Bear with me, chat. Un momento, por favor. Not taking your opinion, expert. Did you mean expert opinion, buddy? Expert, yeah, there we go. There we go. I decided to reroll Warrior to DK until they rework my class. I think that's in your best interest, my good buddy. Hey, listen, there's a reason they're last on this list, and I didn't even put them there. Pick Ellie or Balance. Ellie's more fun, Aris. So if you care about having fun, I mean, Balance is fun as well, but Balance is definitely going to get nerfed. All right, then. Let's move on to the class that Blizzard seems to have forgotten about this patch. Or just forgotten about since, what, Dragonflight maybe? I don't know. Let's start with Assassination. So, Asa is getting even higher prio down with their tier set for Deathstalker, and they already had amazing priority damage. You're feeding all of your AoE damage into a priority target and then passively cleaving with your Caustic Spatter. Great damage profile to have. It's still not amazing on single target, but it's definitely been helped out. But they just all around have good consistent damage across the board. And that is also helped by the tier set buffing their Shiv as well. They did also, I think it was last night, they got an 8% flat damage buff across the board. So that is definitely going to help the spec. And I think, is Asa the best performing rogue spec right now? I think it probably is likely to be. Assassination, I'm going to put in the A tier. It's a rogue. It brings, as Assassination as well, you have the extra silences from Iron Wire. Is that what it is? I haven't looked in a while. But you've got 2 single target stuns. You've got an AoE blind as well. You've got a short kick. Defensively, Rogue is sound. You've got your evasion, 2 charges of feint that if you're confident enough to play without a cheat death, you're basically just able to take 40%. Is it 40 or 30% less damage whenever you press feint from all damage sources? So that is huge. And you also have Cloak of Shadows. And then if you don't take Elusiveness, you do have a cheat death. So yeah, I think Asa's in a good spot. I don't think there's anything to write home about. I think it might be the best Rogue spec at the moment. So solid A tier for Asa. Is BM that crack that you would be expecting a balance before the release, or it just feels great and the numbers come with the feeling? I would expect BM to get a little nerf, yeah. Thank you for all the follows, people. Sorry, okay, it's 20% flat damage reduction with elusiveness. I mean, still, that's off the GCD as well, isn't it? So you can't even get caught. The only reason you get caught is if you are lacking energy, which, hey, you might be with Assassination. Survival's pumping. Survival is slamming. You reckon Sub's the top performing one, really? Okay, next up, we have the Outlaw Rogue. Now, I am so torn with where to place this. This is by far and away the worst spec that I've played so far. It just feels like an absolute mess. And even when I know how to play Outlaw, I'm no expert, but I know how to play it. And even when going into a boss with a 5 buff stacked up already and playing the rotation well, I was still fighting for my life against the tank. I don't know what was going on. I literally had to check my gear. It felt that bad. I was convinced I had an intellect weapon on or some shit. I don't know. Killing spree has also been changed. It hits like a wet noodle. It did get slightly buffed, but I when I press this button, I just want it to nuke down mobs, right? I want that to be an AoE nuke that I actually see on my damage breakdown, right? But the reason that I say I don't know where to place this is because then I see good Outlaw players kind of pumping with this spec, or at least keeping up with this spec, right? So I'm really torn because I don't know, obviously I don't want to rank it off of the top players playing Outlaw, and I'd like to think that I would be able to play Outlaw to a good level where I could see if it was doing damage or not, like I've done in every single recent season. But I just did not get that from Outlaw at all. I don't know if it was a bug, I'm not sure what it was, but I think a good Outlaw can pump. Okay, they always have damage, which definitely plays into their favor. They are target capped, but it is to 8 targets. How often are you really likely to pull more than 8 mobs and have that actually matter that much? I don't know. It's a rogue, so great utility. It's got, I didn't mention this for Asa, but it's got Sap and Shroud as well, which is great for skips. We might see some skips in Halls of Atonement again. Who knows what routes we're going to cook up in Season 3? I'm not sure, but that can definitely help. Outlaw, I'm going to place in the B tier. I'm going to put it slap bang in the middle of B tier, okay? Because I'm a bit wary. I know that some people can make it work, but I'd like to have thought that I could have made it work, but I didn't. Vermins with the Prime. Thank you very much, my friend. Let's go, Markser. Do you have one for Classic? I don't know if it works for Classic. I don't have one for Classic specifically, though, no. Yeah, I mean, Ronin, Frost DK will still be fun, even with a nerf. I wouldn't worry. How did Shadow Priest get into S tier? Shadow is cranking right now. I've used your retail profile for Classic. Works all right. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Asta. There we go. Of course, Mark, sir. Appreciate you watching, my friend. Thank you. Should work, but nothing will be marked. It will all be default. You also might get some Lua errors because of spec differences causing conflicts. 5 head. There we go. Last up for the rogue specs then, we have the sub rogue. Now, I feel like I'm worse sub rogue than I am at Outlaw, but I was doing a lot more damage on sub. Sub has a really nice damage profile going into Season 3 because you're playing Trickster, which also just got a buff on its coup de grace, But basically, as Trickster, you just use your single target rotation in pretty much any AoE or in any damage scenario. Maybe mass AoE you'd swap to Black Powder. I think it's above like 8 targets you start to use Shuriken Storm and maybe Black Powder. But even then, you can still Shadow Strike and also eviscerate into your main target, because you're going to be passively cleaving with your Nimble Flurry, which basically turns those single target abilities into passively cleaving abilities as well. Nimble Flurry is most of your damage in by the end of a dungeon run. So that's super nice, because you're able to just funnel, especially during cooldowns, you're able to just funnel this immense priority damage into a scary mob or bosses, and you just chunk bosses or priority mobs down with the insane burst that this spec brings. Again, rogues are very tanky. 2 charges of Feint that you can use elusiveness, get a 20% damage reduction whenever you need it, pretty much. You've got cloak, you've got evasion. I don't know, I'm sure that they probably get buffed up by Trickster as well, or is that fate bound? I can't exactly remember, but it's like one uses the other one. They got great utility too. With Shadow Dance, you can cheap shot multiple mobs, and you've got Kidney Shot as well. You've got an AoE stopping blind and Shroud and Sap to skip mobs. I'm going to put Sub right next to Asa. I don't know exactly which is the better of these 2 specs right now, but they are both in a good spot. I really like that damage profile for Sub. Yeah, Outlaw's good. Well, Outlaw was good fun. I actually don't think it was fun when I played it on PTR. I'm almost convinced that I had something wrong with my gear. I don't know. Sub had an issue with trinkets due to cooldowns being on a 1.5 minute. I'm pretty sure there's a 1.5 minute mastery trinket. Mastery agility trinket. So I imagine Sub would end up using that. I don't know where it's from though. I like this tier list if it means Rogue will get buffed. Frost to the Moon? What Frost are we talking about? Are we all in agreement that Frost Mage should be renamed Ice Mage? Or you should have Ice Death Knight instead of Frost Death Knight? What, like, why are 2 specs called the same thing? I'm not sure when you last updated yours, Kado. It's going to be updated for Season 3, though. Frost DK. I mean, it's at the moon right now. Major's there first. Yeah, fair enough. Okay, we go. I think Ice Death Knight works, no? Oh, yeah, you got the same with Holy. What can we change Holy Priest? Should we just delete Holy Priest from the game? Oh, yeah, and Restoration and Protection. Oh, yeah, what the hell? I actually like Killing Spree. I like the rework to Killing Spree as well. I just wish it hit harder. I like the fact that it refunds your combo points. Huge fan of that. Because, like you say, it's a high APM spec. But it gives you, like, that little break, which I think is nice. I think it just needs to have the damage tuned accordingly. I'm not finding the stuff out now, no. But I've only ever really thought about the 2 crossing each other with a Frost, Death Knight, and Mage. As a healer, which class would you go for that will always be good / meta? Ooh. I don't know. Yeah, I was going to say Priest just because you've got 2 specs. I guess that just by default is the choice because you've got 2 chances at being meta or good. But I feel like Resto Druid's always pretty good. Yeah, I saw those, Dan. Channel cast on a class that needs fluid rotation based around CDR is Swamp Ass. I mean, Outlaw is just Swamp Ass at the moment. Patino, make it make sense to me. Why are people all of a sudden kind of... I mean, they're not slamming on Outlaw, but they're keeping up on Outlaw. I don't get it. BM is back. BM is back right now. I would say player diff. Listen, if it was just me, I would agree. But Satino was Swamp Ass in our PTR key as well, so that can't be true. So Satino's literally fucking AI. Can't spell Satina without AI. You can't balance around a class that gives you a higher health pool. Yeah, yeah. I mean, Oracle Disc is just fucking ridiculous right now. That needs changing. I'm sorry, Fat, but like we do know bro is him, don't we? No, listen, I'm saying that because Satino's a fucking demon on the Outlaw Rogue and he knows his shit. And if he can't make it pump, who the fuck can? I don't know. I don't know. Please not another Boomy season. I think we might be safe. I think we might get Boomy nerfed. Right, let's move on to Shaman then. So let's first start with Elemental, which is the worst of the two, unfortunately. I'm definitely looking at Shammy as my main next season. Ellie has amazing damage inside its cooldowns, especially on AoE. It's pretty hard to keep up with an Elemental when they have like everything going for them in AoE. But outside of cooldowns is where they're held back, as well as their single target, but we'll touch on that in a second. They're very, very proc reliant outside of their cooldowns, which is no bueno. It has gotten better with the tier set because they're getting more Ascendants and more Tempest. But if you don't proc, then you are going to be lacking on damage. In higher keys, you're going to have longer times to get more proc, so that is going to help your damage. But yeah, it's very cooldown reliant, which is not a great place to be. They do have great priority damage, although their single target is lacking because of the way Echoes work. So they're always firing Elemental Blast, the Overload into their main target, and also Tempest as well. And the only other thing that I've just thought of right now is their damage. A lot of it is target cap because a lot of their overall damage is Chain Lightning, which I think is 5 targets. So that's not ideal, but they do still deal a great amount of AoE damage. Now I mentioned already that they do lack on single target. Even with their cooldowns, their single target is still quite lacking. It is passable, but it's definitely going to hurt their placement. Shamans in general, they bring some of the best group utility in the game. They bring Sky Fury now, which is a mastery buff and also helps melees like Frost DKs, which is potentially in the meta right now. They have 2 AoE stops as Elemental, a short kick, and they bring Bloodlust. They are still, unfortunately, quite squishy. They have Astral Shift on a relatively short cooldown, and they have Stone Bulwark Totem. But outside of that, they're pretty squishy, unless they get babied by an Oracle Disc Priest, for example. So they can get away with it, but defensively, they are definitely not strong. Elemental, I'm going to put in the A tier, just behind Marksmanship, I think. Sans, appreciate the prime. Thank you. Oh, that's true as well. That's true. Yeah, let me not forget about that. Elemental and also Enhanced. I think I've got this noted for Enhanced. They also bring Poison Cleansing Totem, which is basically mandatory in your Arakaras right now. I imagine that the poisons are going to get tuned accordingly because they now stack at the start of Arakara and it's just chunking people down, so you need Poison Dispels right now. I imagine that will get tuned accordingly, but having Poison Cleansing Totem for that dungeon is definitely mandatory right now, and I'm sure it has its use cases in other dungeons as well. Yes, Sand, it will. Thank you for the prime, my friend. Sitting Ghost Wolf, true. Yeah, exactly, Dan, exactly. Thank you for all the follows, people. Looking to main Enhance. I mean, Enhance is cooking. Burrow. What's Burrow? Am I missing something? Okay, let's move on to its big bro then. We have the Enhancement Shaman. Now the tier set is juicing the frick out of this spec. This spec was already good in season 2, but now it's just better. More Ascendances and more Ascendants and more Tempest. Tempest is your top down by a country mile, and it's just playing into that even more. And that's also going to give you more Ascendants through your Awakening Storms. So yeah, you're always you feel like you're always in Ascendance, which is your main cooldown. So obviously that's always going to be an amazing addition. This spec just shits out crazy high AoE damage, good single target, and good prio damage as well. It has one of the best utility kits in the game, and especially for pugging, I would say. It's probably got the best utility kit in the game for pugging. It's got 3 AoE stops. If you talent into Sundering, you've got Cap Totem, you've got Thunder Shot, and you've also got Sundering. You've got shortest kick in the game. You've got Ankh to get yourself back up. PCT or Poison Cleansing Totem, which is very nice for your Season 3 dungeons. And again, it brings Sky Fury, Frost DK, and Enhance. They're a deadly duo together. They're going to be pumping out damage. Enhance is slightly squishy, much like Ellie. You can get boomied. You can get boomied. You can get babied. And if you can live one shots as Enhance, you can also pump heals into yourself by using your Maelstrom to pump healing surges into yourself. So that can definitely make you tankier, especially to things like rot damage. You can definitely help yourself out. Enhance is going in the S tier. Where is it going? I think I want to put it above BM, like kind of slap bang in the middle of the S tier. Do I want to put it above Arcane? I don't know. I think I'm going to put it above Arcane, actually, because then it's also going to bring your Sky Fury, sorry, for your Frost DK, which is going to be huge. That also brings you Bloodlust for this little comp right here. I feel like this could be the meta comp right now, but honestly, any of these specs in the S tier could be in a possible meta composition. Enhanced Shaman equals Jim Bro. Big pumps at the moment. Yeah, man, it's slamming. It is slamming. Oh, Burrow's a PvP talent. Okay, got ya. Gotcha. It's too bad I burned myself out in Shaman this tier just for it to go back to S. Lol. Oh, well. Yeah, but what Enhance have you been playing? Have you been playing Totemic? Because Stormbringer is looking like the play. Why DK ups on the list? Because DK is crazy right now. Year of the Spear, baby. True. True. Let's move on to the Warlock specs then. Let's start with Affliction. So Soul Harvester Affliction is the spec that I've been playing, and Soul Harvester is doing work. It is cranking in mass AoE, cleave, just overall damage. Most of your damage breakdown is Soul Harvester, honestly. This spec in specific, Affliction, still infamously struggles with single target. It did get buffs to pretty much all of its single target abilities, but I don't think that is enough. I think it still needs help in the single target department. But on mass AoE, it does great. And although you've got big burst mass AoE on a 2-minute cooldown with your Dark Glare, or on a 1-minute cooldown with your Soul Rot windows, Soul Harvester is making this spec and Demo much more consistent in between those cooldown periods, because it's just pumping out damage with the Soul Swipe from your tier set. I mean, I'll touch on the locks. I'll touch on the lock utility and defensives for Warlock as a whole with AF, but I'll briefly touch on it with all the other specs as well, obviously. Warlocks, we know that they're passively very tanky. They've got big HP pools. They've got big absorb shields. They've got Dark Pact on a very short cooldown. They've got Health Stones, which can also be considered utility. That's very nice and always a welcome addition to any group. And they've got a bigger defensive cooldown with Unending Resolve. Affliction actually isn't looking too bad. It's definitely in a solid state. I'm going to put Affliction in the B tier. Where do I want to put it in the B tier is the question. I think it's going to go there. Are you considering the nerf to Soul Harvester last night? Remind me. Oh, wait, when did we... Because we spoke about them on stream the other day, and I thought we established there wasn't nerfs. Has anyone got a link to the nerfs? What's up, Spicy? Yeah, I saw the single target buffs. Let's have a little look. Oh, okay. Soul Swipe cast by no longer deals its multi-target damage. Wait. Soul Swipe cast by Rampaging Demonic Soul no longer deals its multi-target damage to its main target. So that just means when it does the AoE damage, it doesn't hit the main target, right? Oh my god, my PC just fucking shit the bed. Okay, my bad. I just forgotten about the slight. I mean, I don't feel like they're huge nerfs to Soul Swipe. I'd have to see and actually see the damage breakdown. But the Soul Swipe or the tier set for Soul Harvester has been nerfed in AoE. Let's say it's dealing less damage past 5 targets. Is it capped to? No, it's not. It's not capped to 5, is it? Yeah, that's what. Yeah, Soul Swipe was fucked. Oh no, Mocha. It's not on bottom. Don't you worry. Reduce beyond 5. Okay, so yeah, I did forget about the nerfs to Soul Harvester last night. Soul Swipe or Soul Harvester basically got a set of nerfs for Affliction and also Demonology, which is definitely going to hurt it in the AoE department. Soul Swipe was busted anyway. Like, I'm pretty sure it was doing like 35% of my overall damage. So we can take it down a notch. Let's take it down behind Org. But I think AF is still going to be absolutely fine, especially in mass AoE. I don't think it's... it didn't need help from the tier set in mass AoE anyway. It still pumps regardless. Question. Well, where are you, classman? Tier C? Are you asking about Warrior, my friend? What are you talking about, Sound? Enhancement's been crazy good in recent times. You crazy fool. France? I'm struggling here, Taku. I'm sorry. Wait, I feel like I missed some stuff here. New buffs yesterday. So wait, let me see what happened for Demo. Eye Blast is now affected by Mastery. Oh, okay, right, yeah. So the Demo stuff is still in. Nice. Yeah, no, I'm getting. Okay, yeah. I thought he was French. You'll see where Warrior is, my friend. You can see that it's coming up. So let's just have a little patience. Whoa, Ash, I didn't realize you were fluent in French, my friend. Specky, appreciate the follow. Thank you. Back to being horribly British. You're lovely in British, my friend. I mean, they made it so it was less reliant on the tier set, which is a good balancing move, so they aren't so tier dependent. All 3 specs are somewhere around A for lock. I don't know about AF, and I don't know about Destro, but did Ash just become hotter? You tell me, Red. You tell me. Shoot your shot, King. Listen, I did Spanish in school, not French, because Spanish is sick, okay? Am I going to have to whack out Google Translate right now? Why is my whole chat turned French? I'm afraid you might be attracted to... Just outed yourself, buddy. Buster. Huh? Demo's fairly decent. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Demo is more than fairly decent, my good buddy. Zaku, appreciate the follow. ¿Dónde está la biblioteca? Where is the pen? Is that... Is that right? Did I smash it? Have I just passed Spanish GCSE? Let's go. What do you think of the Warrior in Season 3? In which tier does he place Warrior, Fury, and Warrior Arms? God damn it. There's no helping, is there? You can just 2 minutes, my friend, and you will see where I'm going to place them. This is why I took Spanish at GCSE. Oh, he understood it. Oh no. No, I feel bad. Hola, Xenox. Hola, my friend. Mi amigo. Good job, you big asshole. Listen, he deserves it. Okay? Okay, different story for Demo. So we have seen some nerfs to the Soul Harvester tier set, but this spec is pumping. Much like Season 2 PTR. I feel like because nobody really plays Demo, it's just super slept on, but this spec freaking cranks right now. It's got very good single target damage, incredible consistent AoE damage, even outside of its short cooldowns, because Soul Harvester is propping it up a little bit now. After the recent nerfs, it won't be so much, but somehow it just got even more single target buffs. Literally, I think that was literally last night, and implosion buffs as well. This spec has great damage on a 1 minute cooldown, even better damage on a 2 minute cooldown with their Felguard, and also just great consistent damage through their implosions, Hand of Gul'dans, and their Charhounds as well. They bring Healthstones to the group, always a welcome addition. They bring combat res as well. They've got an AoE stop in Shadow Fury. The only problem with Demo specifically is that they can't kick ranged mobs in because it's tied to a stun for whatever reason. Don't know if that's a PvP thing. I don't know why we're still balancing this game around PvP, because PvP is dead. Super tanky spec as well. They've got Dark Pact on a short cooldown. They've got Unending Resolve, and they are just a warlock. They've got their Demonic Healthstones, which can be used multiple times inside a fight. Demo is in a very good spot right now, and I feel like nobody really knows about it. I honestly feel like this spec is one of the best specs in the game at the moment. I'm going to place Demo in the A+ tier in front of Survival. I think you guys will be surprised how much damage this spec is doing. And it's going to go under the radar again. Healthstones are not a raid buff. It's A+ actually, RTX PP. A+, buddy. As still A tier with that DPS buff. Yes, sir. Exactly, Shell. Exactly. Yeah. Demo's been fucking slamming in Season 2. And I feel like it's only getting better going into Season 3. Why MM Hunter is only in A tier. It's very close to A+, I think. But I think the other Hunter specs are just better. Unfortunately so, right. You said Mage if you could only play one class for the rest of your life. What would come next? Druid? I mean, if you're talking in terms of safety, no, it would probably be another DPS, a pure DPS class. Maybe Hunter, maybe Warlock. It wouldn't be Sham. It probably wouldn't be Druid. Maybe Rogue. Yeah, unfortunately, Windwalker belongs in the B tier. It's practically the same list every season. Yeah, it is. I would love a shift in the meta. Like a big old shake-up. That would be nice. Which spec you want to see S tier out of all of them? I mean, if I had it my way, I'd have Feral Druid meta. I would have Windwalker. Then we need a Lust class. No, don't say Dev. Don't say Org. I don't care. I don't want to hear it. Maybe MM. No bias involved. Oh, but I'd also like to see a Brewmaster meta, which we might see this season. I don't know. Yeah, I don't really understand the target capping. I think it just helps with balancing because some abilities hit harder than others. I don't really know. I ain't too sure. Okay, finally up for locks, then we have the Destro. Seems to be the same old story with Destro, to be honest. It's able to pump DPS during its cooldowns and in massive packs. It's pretty hard, like especially think of dungeons like Slayer's Gambit. It's going to be very difficult to keep up with a Destro lock inside its cooldowns in those big AoE, mass AoE pulls. But outside of cooldowns and outside of big pulls, it feels like just maybe slightly above average. It does bring nice single target as well. They did also get buffs to their single target recently, but again, the single target is nothing crazy or nothing to write home about. So I think Destro as a whole is just like it's good. It's nothing crazy, and Demo just is miles better than Destro in my opinion. Again, Destro is very tanky, and it brings some nice utility to the group. You can also use Demonic Gateway. I didn't mention this for the other specs, but you can use Demonic Gateway for some skips, which is always nice. Destro, I'm going to put inside the A tier. Let's go there. I think what's going to help Destro next season is the fact that there is a lot of mass AoE, and there's a lot of large pools, which I think in dungeons like Gambit, I think Destro is going to be a force to be reckoned with. But outside of that, as just like a general consensus, I don't think the spec's that great. Vengeance will always bring caster comp. Bruin War will always bring melee comps. Yeah, I mean, it's nice that people seem to be... Like, it seems that there's now always two metas. I don't really know how that started, but it does seem that way. Yeah, Richie, you got Halls, you got Priory, you got Gambit, you've got Floodgate, you've got what's the other War Within dungeons? There's one more. Arakara. So 5 of the 8 dungeons are all big pool dungeons. When's the last time Brew was the Mythic Plus meta tank? Has it ever been? I'm not sure. Dawnbreak is not mass AoE. Streets isn't mass AoE. And Echo Dome is not that. I mean, Echo Dome is kind of in the middle, I feel like. Dawnbreaker can suck its mum still. Okay. And then last and least, we got the Warriors. Now, unfortunately for Warrior as a whole, they have to shit out incredible damage to even be considered to be brought, because they bring nothing else to your group. I mean, they add some value in a physical comp, but even then other specs just do that better. Arms does seem to do very well in AoE, and it seems like their single target as well is dramatically better than before. I feel like single target's always kind of been a problem for Arms, but I think that's kind of been bridged a little bit, it seems, or at least from what I've seen anyway. Yeah, it seems to be doing some decent numbers just across the board. Definitely nothing crazy, and definitely not enough to warrant bringing it to an actual respectable comp. So hey, stay in Dornagal, Warriors. Sorry, guys. But I do think Arms is in a decent spot. I'm going to put Arms in the middle of B tier. It's decent defensively. You've got your Die by the Sword, you've got your Spell Reflection, you've got your Instant Heal, and you've still got Ignore Pain as Arms Warrior, don't you? Fury is tankier than Arms, but we'll get onto that in a sec. You just unfortunately bring like 0 utility to your group. You've got Battle Shout, which is nice. It's a nice addition for a physical comp. You've got Stormbolt in a single target stun, and you can turn it into Shockwave as well. But that's about it. Fury Warrior, target cap to 5 targets. Horrible, horrible, horrible for the spec. It does do decent single target, but again, especially with this dungeon pool that we're seeing in Season 3, we're going to be doing big AoE pools, and Fury is only going to be hitting 5 of those, and it does horrible AoE damage because of that. It's like tankier than Arms with a lot of passive self-sustain and healing through their rotation, but Fury is down tremendously, and it's looking like the worst spec, in my opinion, for Season 3 as the current meta would stand. So that is all of the DPS ranked against each other in terms of power. for season 3. Now, we are going to be updating this every single week until the season hits, and even we might continue it after. But basically, what we're going to do is just revisit this tier list and only change the specs that have had changed themselves, right? Whether it's class tuning, whether it's tier set tuning, whatever it is, we're going to be changing it about, and then we'll see as we approach the season what specs are shaping up to be the meta specs and what specs still aren't doing so well. Poor Warriors. Poor Warriors indeed. I think I'm pretty happy with that tier list. We've got Balance, Frost, DK, Enhance, Arcane. I do generally, like, I know that there's a lot of standout specs at the moment, but I do feel like the class balance between all the DPS specs is in a decent spot. We just need to rein a few of these back down, and then we're going to have a lot around this, like, A plus A S tier. Well, people just want to see it, Darian. It works. It gets eyes on the channel. That's why creators do it, unfortunately, if that's not something you enjoy. But that is the reason that I'm making it very clear that we are updating this every week when the tuning comes out, because there is going to be changes. And whatever is the meta, whatever this looks like right now, it is not going to look the same when the season goes live. Exactly, Tighty Whitey. Decent list, 8 out of 10. Thanks, buddy. Is Duel with Frost DK still going to be preferred? I don't actually know. Today was the first time that I heard about two-handed being a thing. Yes, sir. There's your tier list, gang. So yeah, I'm excited to update this each week with the class tuning. I don't know if there's a way that I can integrate it with, like, going through the class tuning. Like, maybe I could... I don't know, probably doing this on stream is in my best interest. But when the tuning goes live, I could just jump on and, like, go through the tuning and change the specs accordingly. But I do also like getting your guys' input. What's up, Gene? I've definitely butchered your name. Sorry, my friend. John? Cursor was hovering over survival because you're moving it to S tier, right? Yeah, just don't... We're sandbagging, okay? Don't tell anyone. Yeah, I mean, for you guys that are getting 3k each season or whatever it is, if you're doing KSH, whether you're doing KSN, whatever it is, this tier list doesn't matter to you. This tier list matters for the tippity top of keys. Any of these specs, maybe Bar Fury Warrior, can clear within, like, 2 key levels of the highest keys that are being cleared. I hope Warrior gets buffs, but the thing with Warrior is it just doesn't bring anything to the group but damage, unfortunately. That's cap, to be honest. What's cap, my friend? Go on, enlighten me. I think with the change to Breath Syndragosa and being able to go a blitz with Breath, two-hand will be stronger. Well, yeah, that's what I was thinking, but then you do have a lot of talents that work off of auto attack, so I don't know. Tier list influence the wider community regardless. Yeah, but I'm telling whoever's watching this to not let it affect your perception of specs, because all of these specs can clear all of the key levels that you're doing. And also, I don't necessarily think that tier lists play that much of an impact. They do have an impact, but I think what decides the meta is what the top players play, and that just trickles down all the way through. Like, if I make a tier list that has fucking Fury on top, or okay, if I have this tier list, right, and our meta is Balanced Druid, Frost Death Knight, and Enhancement Shaman, and then Gingy and Mirez and that start pushing and start playing, and they play Havoc, Demon Hunter, Fire Mage, and Demonology, and that's at the top of the Raider IO, I think people are going to pay attention to what Gingy and that are playing, and not some fucking idiot making a tier list. Maybe two-hander, single target, one-hander AoE. Oh, wait, that would mean... Because you can swap out weapons in Mythic Plus, can't you? Maybe get your fun tier list going and compare them on the side. Something in S tier might be boring as fuck. I'm not going to do the fun tier list now, but I will be making a fun tier list very soon. The only thing about BM is its damage depends on Stampede. If they nerf that, what does BM look like? Will they buff the spec to compensate? I mean, who knows? But yeah, it is worrying for BM that a lot of its damage is coming from the tier set, because one nerf to that, and I don't think the spec's done. I think it still does do good damage. Play anything until Race to the World First has been clear, because there's never good class tuning or anything finalized until it's finished. Well, I mean, the meta's not really decided until the 0.5 patch, but yeah, I mean, it just depends if you want to play now or not. Exactly, Leon, exactly. Oh, what's up, Andrew? What's up, what's up, what's up? Yeah, I mean, we could also, when I do a tier, I'll do a fun tier list on stream, so ranking all of these specs based on how fun they are, and we could compare that to the power tier list as well. Maybe I'll do that like next Friday. We do a raid tier list? Nah. I mean, generally, I feel like it would be pretty similar anyway. Because a lot of what makes a spec so good in Mythic Plus is how much priority damage it brings, or that it still does great single target damage as well. Boomy Arcane, yeah, I mean, yeah, the same goes for Boomy. If Boomy's tier set gets adjusted, that's gonna hurt it a lot. I don't know about Fire. I don't know about Frost DK. What is Frost DK's tier set? I can't really remember. How would you choose between Frost DK and Enhance? I would choose what you find more fun. They both bring a good amount to the group. They're both in a very solid spot right now. They're both in the firing line for nerfs. Maybe dependent on what other specs of that class that you enjoy. Not really, Mr. Vintage. Wait, what does Mr. Vintage mean? A single target probably becomes much more important. Yeah, we're talking about high keys. I'm not making a tier list for plus 12s. Like, a tier list is completely irrelevant for plus 12s. You can clear plus 12s on literally anything. That's my secret, Cap. I always play Boomy. There it is, dude. There it is. The person, Mr. I don't know who that is. What's the reasoning behind Unholy and B? Its single target isn't great at all. It lacks in cleave dam, and its AoE has taken a hit, but it still does shit out AoE dam. No, I haven't decided my my season 3 main yet. Oh, someone in chat is called Mr. Vintage. Aha, makes sense. Can we do plus 12s on Fire Ogre? Or is there still in need of a buff going into season 3? That's a negative. No. Fire Ogre is not meta, Ash. Sorry, mate. Yeah, this is M+. Can you elaborate on why Windwalker is in low B? Target cap doesn't bring amazing damage. B is still a good spot to be. I know it doesn't look like it, but... No, you're a good Rick. I thought I thought you were calling me Mr. Vintage, and it was someone like, I don't know. I don't know. They state that we need single target and Mythic Plus, but I was commenting the value of pro damage and high keys. Yeah. Have you tried a Fizz comp yet on PTR? I don't think so. No. Any buffs for Yoshimitsu, specifically in Soul Calibur 2? No, but he is looking to be a great sentinel in Mortal Kombat 3, in season 12 of Mortal Kombat 3. So yeah, hopefully he does well in there. How important do you think the raid weapon trinket 2 set will be for the casters? I don't know. I haven't really noticed it or thought about it too much, to be honest. Are you going to do a play to profile for this season? Yes, sir. The player will be updated for every season. People, what did you just say? I don't know what I just said, Angel. I don't know. This is for Mythic Plus, Michael. Michael, thank you for all the follows during that, gang. Oh, we got a bicep flex from Ash. I missed it. Sorry, mate. I'm looking a bit skinny at the moment. Skinny? Listen, I've got severe body dysmorphia, as does everybody that ever started the gym. Maybe I'm not skinny. I don't know. I am 6'6", remember? So there's a lot of limage to cover. But I'm saying I'm skinny because I've been bigger than this. I haven't been going to the gym recently. I've been slacking. What? No way, Seb. What the hell? What the hell is even that? You're not skinny, we've seen the holiday pics. Which holiday pic is that? Is that the one where I'm by the pool? I feel like I'm so confused by that photo. I feel like you can barely see me in it. No, that's Lumbridge. Ash, you think this is another PTR Boomy bait? I think Boomy will get nerfed, yeah, definitely. With a brew tank, it depends if Seb feels like he can play a brew tank. Don't start talking about that photo. Yeah. I'll get in trouble. I belong in Old War. That's good. Right, what is Destro crit haste? It is, right? Crit haste. Crit haste. I kind of want to do a... Do I want to play Destro? I don't know. What should we play, chat? I feel like Prot Warrior would be better for that anyway, since Warrior DPS specs are garbage. Yeah, we're clocking in now, bro. Play Demo. Yeah, we can play some Demo. I'm gonna... I don't know... Was there any other specs that I wanted to test? Yeah, let's play some Demo. Let's play some Demo. What stats does Demo want? Is it Haste Mastery? Haste Mastery. Haste Mastery. Haste Mastery. Sin Rogue. You're out in a bloody giraffe, mate. That's what you're doing. Okay, chat. I'm gonna BRB. I'm gonna form the group, and then I'm gonna BRB. I need to go for a wee, and grab something to eat, and then we'll play some keys. BM will get nerfed just like every season. OP and PTR gets bombed. People are convinced of that, aren't they? BM's had good seasons. Try sub. I play like I'm happy to play some more sub, but I have already played sub, and I did enjoy it. Right, let me get Seb in, and then I'm gonna BRB. And shall we do? Interesting. Let's do a halls. That's on that. Okay, right. Oh, what's that? Weak auras. Okay, right. Let's make Seb lead. I'm just gonna BRB. Wait, no, I didn't mean myself. Yeah, I just need a quick wee and to get something to eat, and then we'll game, ladies and gentlemen. You guys can sign up for the key if you want. We're on PTR. It'll be listed under a +12 halls. But yeah, BRB. Yet, we have a healer. Bear with me, chat. I'm just microwaving some food so it doesn't go to waste. Because that wouldn't be good, would it? Are we looking fucking jacked? A little bit. But I reckon I've lost about 5 kilos. It's not ideal. Spooky, appreciate the follow. Thanks for all the follows, people. We're going to check out some demo lock now in Halls, but Halls is fucking cursed at the moment. It's so difficult. I reckon, I mean, it's only... What's the hard bit of it? It's like second boss. Like the trash to second boss. The mini boss trash. Oh wait, this is a 4 dungeon boss. Let's go. Everyone should sub to Paul Veff so he can afford doors for his wardrobe. Retweet that shit, Mick. I'd love to hear that. Well, what is this? I'm just flexing my height right now. I'm 6'6", no big deal, you know? I'm stalling while my food microwaves itself. I've got some chicken and chorizo pasta. Have we got an arty or no? You're 6'6"? Listen, the rumours are true. And the allegations. Oh, I like the stalling. Pretty good looking for 4'6". What? Huh? Right. Have I got to measure myself again? Is that what's going on here? Imagine coming to stream having eaten and being prepared. I ate earlier, but I'm a big fucking lad. As we can see. These muscles, they need fueling. And I need to eat now, because I need to not waste the pasta, but I need to be hungry enough later so that I can have a barbecue on the beach with the missus and have a nice evening playing bat and ball. I'd kill for your waist. I do have a pretty tiny waist. Well, it used to be smaller. I'm like 32 waist now, I think. Well, I used to be 30. He's back. Have you noticed, chat, when we insult him, he starts flexing? Yeah, just call me skinny. That works every time. We got there in the end, Camel. What's up, David? How's it going, my friend? There we go. No, that wasn't Spicy. That was Cage. You inspired me to get fit, though. I love to hear that, Spicy. Are you in the Discord? Because we have a Jim Gaines channel in there. where we help inspire and motivate each other to take care of our health. Sure am. Good shit, man. Since day one. Oh shit, an OG. Let's go. Yeah, I'm happy that I can help inspire you, my friend. Right. Oh, we got Havoc DH. Interesting. Shit. I need time. Oh no. Oh no. May I have a summon? Kick him. Get him out. Asking for a summon on PTR is a fucking red flag. Demo's very good, my friend. I'll show you. Oh, wait, I'm a warlock. Okay, right, forgive him. Fair. I see it. I feel like I would have been asked anyway, but we'll let him off. Oh no. Oh shit. Wait. See that? Okay. Right. I think I am ready. Let's hope so. I got some chicken and chorizo pasta, Crow. Left over from yesterday. But I need to eat it now.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Because otherwise it's just going to go off. Oh no. Shit. Okay, we're testing out some Soul Harvester Demo. After the nerfs to Soul Harvester, but Demo's going to be cranking. Let's put that on the focus. Let's send that. What did I just die to? Was that the curse exploding? Oh, well, that's fun. Guess I don't get a curse to spell. Chorizo. Chorizo. How am I meant to say it? Wait, did I even send my chart? Yeah, I did. What are your thoughts about Rhett? I'll be releasing the YouTube video of the tier list in a few days, my friend. Rhett's good. It's pretty much the same old with Rhett. Big AoE dam. Is Warlock Fellflame achievement still a thing? Oh, wait, what was that? Yeah. I'm pretty sure you can still get it. Right, let me try and eat some more of this. Perfectly timed. While the disrupting screech is going off. Right, now I've got cooldowns coming back. I need a reset on my dogs. Oh, okay. What's going on here? god, that's 23 imps right there. God damn. Oh god damn. Botberg with a follow straight into the prime. Let's go, baby. Thank you very much. Okay, Soul Swipe is still fucking absurd. What are you guys yapping about? You guys fully baited me with that. I might just leave out the aft shit from earlier. Okay, am I just dead again? Okay, I got Dispel this time. Let's go. God damn it. Now Demo looks shit because I died on the first pull. We're slowly catching them, chat. Don't you worry. Oh, don't you worry. We'll get them. Right, let's put some more health stones down. What's up, Ty? How's it going, champ? Did I pick him up? Yeah. Oh, I love chorizo. Chorizo? How'd you say it? What's up, Gadget? We've only just got on. This is our first key of the day, and I died in the last pool instantly. So that is far from ideal. Oh, wait. Uh-oh. Okay. This is brutal. I'm just dead. I'm just dead, man. I'm just dead. All my defenses are on cooldown. Washed. Right. I mean, your pool made no sense. Who is this guy? Is this freaking Chaos? No, he'd be playing block, surely. He's not streaming. Any Venter in the group? Yeah, we need them. I'm just permanently dead. I'm not a fan. Get this off. I always forget that you were a Warlock main, Crow. What do I think of? When I think Crow... Wait, Crow, what did you... When I first knew of you, what did you play? You think it's him? Yeah, it might be. But I would have thought he would be on Lock, because Lock's in a good spot. And also don't feel like he's mouthy. Right, we send our mini go here. Is that frontal move, like with the tank? I don't know. Oh yeah, I do need to use soul burn. That's something I always forget. Let's just send another dog here, but then we're going to wait with cooldowns for the pack in the middle, I think. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much worked out. Nice. Is the Covenant thing for this dungeon? Nah. No, sir. Okay, I got huge dam here. I don't know why I just soul siphoned in inside power siphon or whatever the fuck it's called inside my tyrant. I'm a bot. See, I just wasted a defensive because I wasn't convinced that I was going to get dispelled. God damn it. Can I pet that dog? Lock needs an update. Our utility is not good for Mythic Plus. Aft talents are outdated. We need more mobility. Yeah, Warlocks have been asking for a class talent tree rework since the dawn of time, haven't they? Oh, okay. Wait, we didn't lust the first ball. Interesting. I didn't extend my dogs. I'm a bot. Oh, what the? That was like invisible to me. I don't know why. Get out of that. Okay, we're going back in. Interesting. Pulls is back, baby. Yes, sir. Super hyped about it. This dungeon is such a banger. It's a hard dungeon as it stands, but it is such a banger, man. Get out of there. I think Demo's single target is going to be cracked now. I kind of messed up this this single target go. Oh, hello. And the Charhound. Fire seems to be pumping single target. I wonder... Yeah, he is playing Frostfire. Nice. Hey, listen, Zibit, we take those dubs. You timed the 16. Let's go, champ. Love to hear it. Okay, let's send Minigo. Ugh, what is that glaive throw? That's disgusting. I just imploded without Wicked Maw. G frickin' G. And I'm dead. I don't know, like, are people ninja pulling? I feel like somebody's ninja pulling. Yeah. I mean, we could just... You know. Oh, well, you know. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I feel like Freak's not the kind of person that would ninja pull and then leave and also call out, like, bad pulls. I don't know. I'm kind of glad that they left, though. Of course they're ninja pulling its halls. Yeah, but they're, like, actively pulling. They're not, like, running into something. They're, like, actively pulling stuff in. Is there any other specs that you guys want to see me play? Implosion used to be so satisfying, still important, but just a support button now. Yeah, so... I mean, Implosion's now up to 7% of my overall, and I definitely don't implode enough. But look at that fucking soul swipe down. I think I'm just going to leave out the part where I corrected myself about the soul swipe. I am zen right now, Crow. I am zen AF. Zen is frick. I'm so zen that I'm not even going to use the F-bomb. Shadow. Ellie. What do I want to play? Mistweaver Monk. No, we're not doing a DPS. Come on, guys. You know who I am. I'm a DPS one trick. I've completed tanking and I've completed healing. What's going on with all these fucking lure errors, by the way? Let's have a word about that. That was Soul Harvester, Zibit. Havoc, but play Aldrachi correctly. Well, I won't be asking you to teach me. Let's see it. Seb, pick for me. What should I play? Get Bug Sack and Bug Grabber. Ah? Cook your own Shadow Priest build. You guys sound like you want to see some Shadow Priest. Do you think I'll have it easier to find groups with Warlock or Hunter? As it stands, Hunter, I think. Shadow might be good since it's so strong. Let me have a look. Let's have a look cook here, shall we? I'm pretty happy with how quickly we got through the tier list today. I feel like normally I'd fucking take forever. My bad, RT bro. Shall I play my potential main for next season? Wait, what? Okay, so what specs would I want to play? I want to play some more Frost DK. I want to play some more Demon Hunter. Don't give a fuck about any of this shit. Don't care. Don't care. Shaman and Priest would be up there as well. Oh. Survival. I don't want to play Survival right now. Maybe I'll play some Chamois. Let's play some Chamois. Yeah, I played some Frostfire the other day, Emmanuel. I've uploaded it to my YouTube if you want to check that out. But yeah, this weekend we'll be uploading the video I played, or basically the winners and losers of range DPS. I'll start with Ellie and then I'll play Enhanced afterwards. So yeah, I'm going to be making the winners and losers of range DPS and the winners and losers of melee DPS. But those videos are based on fun to help you guys pick your main if you're going for fun. We'll also upload probably Sunday. Oh, shit. What if they do more tuning? Because they just seem to be sending tuning whenever, which is really fucking annoying. Let's go... Let's do pools again. Beth, you know what I realized? Mages, Warlocks, Paladins all have mana, Divine Power. While warriors are just really fucking angry. Yeah, because of how shit they are. Oh shit, wait, I need to, no, wait, that. Haste mastery, haste mastery, haste mastery. Very good, very nice. You take that back. Nope, listen, I said it. Sabit, you don't want to see my tier list from earlier, buddy. People are highlighting the issues of the class. Warrior needs some love. There's no denying that, but I think warlocks get a lot of attention is false. Yeah, I think warlock has been overdue a talent rework. I mean, you've had baby like spec talent tree reworks, haven't you? But since Dragonflight, you guys have been asking for a class talent tree rework. And you just ain't got it, have you? What are the chances Blizzard are cooking a Warrior Surprise rework? Yeah, it's called Frost DK. Why are Brewmasters crying? Brew's in a good spot right now, isn't it? That dungeon can suck my nuts. How do people not like halls? Like, I'm getting my ass handed to me in halls right now, and I'm still fucking chuffed to bits with it. God, why the fuck am I a troll? Why? Whose fucking idea was this? Look at the state of that.
May your feet find good trails.
God. This helmet would be so nice if it didn't have that horrible fucking hair in the top. Troll is my real life build. Hey, retweet that shit. Sex change at the barber. Honestly, not a bad shout, but I hate female troll as well. Yeah, this is a tier set, Cree. Correct. Appreciate the lurk, Gadget. Thank you, my friend. Frost surely has to be nerfed. Yeah, I imagine Boomy will get nerfed, Frost will get nerfed, BM will get nerfed, Enhance will probably get nerfed. Shadow might get nerfed. I think Shadow's single target is fucking crackers. The hair is what sells it. You crazy boy. Welcome back, Echo. Warlock, Shami, Warlock, Shami, Pally, Hunter, and Priest. Mage, DK are all in my stable, and I have no idea how to play anyone besides my Shami. It's going to be very different for you, my friend. Is the Star Surge thing nerfed already? No, I don't think so. I'll go and appreciate the follow. No, Elemental's doing some decent damn. It ain't doing too bad. How about Enhancement Shaman? Enhance is doing very, very well. We are not getting any healers, which is sad. They should nerf the warriors again. Honestly, at this point, you know what? Fair enough. Oh, I almost didn't equip those. Nice. Saved. Yeah, I think, from what I hear, Prot Warrior's in like a fine spot, right? Go Resto, be the healer you want to see. How the fuck do I heal on this shit? Don't I just press chain heal and win? Sounds like that sounds too easy. Yeah, I wouldn't want to see. I want to see either a Blood DK or a Brewmaster Monk meta. I want to see a Resto Shami. Mistweaver would be fine. Holy Priest would be fine. Something like that. for healing, I wouldn't mind seeing a Frost DK meta again, especially with how Frost is right now. I'd like to see an Ellie Shaman meta. I'd like to see a Feral Druid meta, a Windwalker meta. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry to hear that, Hugs and Kittens. Hope you feel better soon, my friend. We got a healer. We got a healer. Go, 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 go. Tranquility. Oh, no. He missed him. Oh, we got Artie? I don't know. There he is. A real healer. Actually, yeah, I'd like to see a Resto Druid meta because then RT will be happy. Me and all my homies hate Tranquility. Sorry if you're in chat, by the way. It's a bit strange, but don't make survival meta, but make it close to meta so not everyone's playing survival and I can still enjoy my favorite spec of the game. No, I feel like a lot of people would be with you on that. You take that back, Isaac. You take that back right freaking now. The grandfather. Appreciate the follow. Just take anything. Take a Havoc DH. Or, I don't know. Take a Frost DK. I feel like Frost DK is pretty good for this dungeon. Grips are quite nice. Being cool with the Prime. Let's go, baby. Thank you, thank you. Tell you what, actually, let's put on some smooth FM. There we go. Here we go. Saw some of your vids on YouTube. Great stuff. Thank you, grandfather. Appreciate it. Yeah, I might do enhance after this key, my friend. I'm strongly considering maining Shaman next season. Hunter or Frost DK will be better now on PTR. Frost DK. Well, BM's very good as well. Take that. We played with that Warlock before. Hey, I think he sent me weird whispers after. That's what I'm here for, Dinkle. I'm going to try and help you guys decide on your mains by playing all of the specs for you. Shaman made since 04. Holy. Yeah, man. Shaman's been in a nice spot recently, which is nice to see. For sure. You can go back in the VODs then. Go have a look. But it'll also, the full thing will be coming out on my YouTube in the coming days, so I won't worry too much. Yo. Grandfather with the Prime. Appreciate you, my friend. Thank you very much. Is there a DPS spec you can't play? I'm not great at Rogue in general. I can play Outlaw. I can sort of play Sub. Asa, I can't really play at all.
5, 4.
I just don't like the way
3,
Asa plays.
2, 1.
Go, go. Okay, we're testing out some Stormbringer Elemental Shaman. Oh no, I'm Lust. Yikes, dude. Wait, am I hope I'm not the curse dispel. Because not many curses will be getting dispelled, let me tell you. Let's kick that. Oh, more Tempest action, more Tempest action. Yes, please. Oh my god, we just got an Ascendance as well. This spec is such a good time. I love it, man. Let's LE Blast. God, these mobs are fucking annoying, aren't they? Jesus. Yeah, these mobs are toxic. Why did I just send my Nature Swiftness there? I'm a bot. But you guys know that. Jimmy, appreciate the follow. So what's our damage breakdown? Chain Lightning, Tempest Overload. Yeah, we got a lot of Tempest procs. That was real nice. Big Tempest. That sound effect, man. Oh, I love it. Right, we be careful of that. Oh my god! I was not expecting that. Holy shit. Oh, the procs on this spec are ridiculous. Pick that. Oh my god, I got another one. Oh my god. What is this? Ascent? Like, this is nuts. This is actually nuts. Right. I think I just sent my cooldowns on cooldown. Right, I'm gonna stun that, kick that. I got Ascendants coming up here. Let me use that. Big Tempest here. Another Big Tempest. Another Big Tempest. Oh my god, another Ascendant. Oh shit, I'm just... do I ank here? Maybe I do. Stun. I don't know if I've got stun. This spec is crazy fun, man. Look at that Tempest Overload, damn. That is wild. I don't have... Oh, I do have it. Okay, my bad. I do have Remove Curse. I thought it was higher in the tree, but maybe that's... maybe that's old. Maybe it's been changed. I don't really have much dam here. Which is Sag. Until we get proc. Ready? Let's stun. I want to save this Tempest for when I get proc. Now? There we go. Oh my god, the back-to-back Ascendants. I locked myself. I hate this mob. Sky for yourself. Roger that. I didn't think to do that as I was running over, but guess I just forgot. Let me kick that in. Where's my procs at, man? I swear some people say that they don't, like, feel anything when they press Tempest, which is fucking wild. Did they change something on the bosses in top? No, I don't think so. I think you're all good. Chaotic. I love the chaos. I love this shit. We still playing Great Sundering? Yes. Unfortunately so. That's 3 Tempests in a row. Wow. Another Tempest. Another Tempest. What was that? 6 Tempests inside that Ascendance? Look at that Tempest overload. Jesus. I don't like the... I like the Shaman Mog, except for the hair on the helmet. Yes, sir, Ben. Wait, what? Is this bugged? Or is it just... It's just taking forever? This convinced me to ult Shaman. Yeah, man. I feel like whenever I play Shaman, I convince people to play it. Just because I have such a good time on it. There we go. Thanks, game. The hair looks badass. Am I actually the only one that doesn't like it? I think it looks gross. Right. So I don't think the single target's too great for Ellie. I think that's where I lack. Oh, shit me. Oh, man. I feel like I'm doing myself a disservice if I don't play Shaman. When the tier set is all about Ascendance and Tempest, how am I not going to play Shammy? I don't even care that I'm doing 0 down. I don't really know how to play single target, so I'm sure a better Shammy will do more damn than me. Also, oh no, I had Storm Ellie, didn't I? I feel like Storm Ellie's such a non-cooldown there. There we go. I forgot that Ascendant applies Flame Shot. I need some help with single target. Yeah, I mean, I didn't have Ascendance either. That's what my breakdown looks like. But yeah, I didn't have Ascendance, so that would definitely help, I'm sure. Right, I do have cooldowns here. Get Tempest off. Another Tempest. Oh, I maybe just got it inside my Ascendants. Very nice. Oh, why did I just lightning bolt? I don't know. I love you too, Spicy. Oh, I love this spec, man. My eyes like really drying out because of this fan. Wait, when was I out DPS by Resto Druid? Yeah, but this isn't any Resto Druid, it's Artie's Resto Druid. Replace the Lava Burst with Lightning Burst. That way at least a bit of the nature damage we get would convert to single target. Yeah. I do love Lava Burst though. Oh my god. Oh my god. If I got another Ascendance there, I think the desk might have raised. Change main. I definitely could be a Shaman main in Season 3. Right, give me Ascendance. Yes! Oh my god, this spec is a joke. Holy fuck. What is he currently maining? Elisham? No, I'm currently on live. I'm maining Dark Ranger MM. Exactly, Jez. Jez? I just combined your name. Let's go, Chezza. What's up, big dog? Okay, right. Let's see this single. Let's lust here. What? What was that? Did I stand in some? Oh, that has fucking tilted me off the face of the earth. I thought that was on me. I thought... Oh, that was gonna be... I thought it was attached to me. I don't know why I thought it was on the floor. Why I didn't think it was on the floor. I was about to pump so much fucking damage as well. I hate it here. Probably should have saved this for after this, where we get the Ascendance proc. Didn't care. I hate the spec. How much does that cost? 90, okay. My eye's really hurting. Kill. 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 Nice. Try to Ellie Blast into Ice Fury. Well, it's to proc the extra Ellie Blast from it. Yeah, I don't understand Ice Fury. I don't know how that works. But do you press it ever in AoE? Yeah, the Ascendants. Wait, what? Earthquake. Oh, I'm not playing with Earthquake at my target. I didn't know that. Oh, hello. Oh my god, this spec is a good fucking time. Okay, so Soul Swipe did get nuked for AF. Got ya. And anyway, you're not pressing Ice Fury until you have to run far away. Okay. Understood. Okay, right, I'm saving my cooldowns for next boss. I'm gonna get a Tempest. Oh, we're gonna get Ascendance. No, we're not. Good. Gonna get Tempest, Ascendance. Nope. I can't fucking say it right. Right. Okay, we're about to fucking slam this boss. Dump Ice Fury at any single target on the move, then cast Flame Shock and it will send a half power EB. Now I'm being told I'm being told a million different things by my chat. Why can't one of you just make up your mind, eh? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, we lost Artie. Nice, we got CR for him. How many Tempests do you want back? Tempests do you want back to back? A lot. Oh my god, man! And just every Tempest is straight in. Every Ascendant. Why do I keep fucking getting them mixed up? Every Ascendance is straight into a Tempest every single time for the tier set. It's so juicer. There it is, dude. I also want to see an Ellie Blast like overload like fucking 12 times. That'd be nice. So I don't how Ellie is dependent on Ascendant for any single target damage. Yeah. Right, how are we playing it this time? This room is such a shit show. Does he still heal off these mobs? Oh my fucking god. Oh my god, that's 3 Ascendance procs in a row, man. I haven't even pressed any fucking cooldowns. Okay, that's a lie. I did press Storm Melee, but that doesn't even feel like a cooldown. Doesn't count. Okay, so he does heal off a bit. Oh my fucking god, this spec is nuts. If you're not getting one proc, you're getting the other proc. It's just fucking proc city around here. Yeah, that percent is kind of wild. So I'm assuming we don't need to pull these, right? I don't know if you're watching YouTube, guys, will know, but Nem, LM, and Bond. Yeah, I've seen. I watched Bond before. I know who Bond is, and also obviously Petco as well. Mastery procs from hardcasted Chain Lightnings. Oh yeah, that's just Overload, right? Disco, appreciate the follow. Why can I not use that Stormkeeper there? Yeah, Bond's a beast. Okay, I still got 50 seconds. There it is, dude. Yeah, the range damage dealer will move. No worries, gang. Well, that just fucked up my whole rotation. I thought I got an Ascendance proc there. There's one. There she is. What the fuck is that? Holy shit, are we about to time our first ever hauls? Let's go, dude. Thank you, Ash. I've drunk about 3.5 liters of water today, I reckon. I feel like I've been so dehydrated recently. I just haven't been drinking water at all. And I feel like I've been feeling that. I feel so groggy in the mornings. Tank? Tank? Root? What the hell? Jump all your items through before you reapply Flame Shock. If you can remember to do that on a single target, you'll be in great shape. Okay, I can't take the... Fuck off. There we go. With all due respect, you didn't fucking hydrate, did you? You're lucky, mate. You're lucky you're not here with me. That would have been all over you. Come on. Oh, what the fuck is that earthquake? I think that might have been what I was doing in my video. I keep forgetting that I'm not playing with the targeted one. Yeah, huge EQ. Get the ascendants. Wait, we get another ascendants here. Ooh. Come on, game. You know you want to. Go on. Yes, you cheeky bugger. Nice, dude. I mean, I was probably missing fucking half my earthquakes there, wasn't I, to be honest? Because I didn't even realize that I had the selected location one. And also I fucking flopped on the boss and lost all of my single target. Also, it's worth to use buffed earthquake even in single target, is it? I feel like that's cap. Yeah, Frost looks balanced. Exterminate on top, Jesus. Reaper's Mark, Glacial Advance, Frost Scythe. How did you route that? Do you get count from killing the ads before they turn in the mini boss room? $34 mil. Light work. But you buff EQ, but ESEB got buffed a while ago and it's not a single target gain anymore. Yeah, that's what I thought. I didn't think you were earthquaking on single target. What was that? Was that? Oh, that was Wallbound. I see. I see. Hey. Just EB in single target. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I thought. Instant cast spending Maelstrom can proc the return of Maelstrom, proc Ascendant. Yeah, but you're spending Maelstrom regardless. Yeah, I know how it works, but I don't think that's enough damage to warrant pressing Earthquake or single target. I want to hit dummies on or should we go Gambit? I go Enhance. Do you guys want to do Gambit or no? I'm also down to just like hit dummies and Gambit on a comfy spec. I think I'm good. I think I'm just want to play like what I want to play today. Let's go. Let's get two gamers in.
Welcome, friend. Be careful out there.
Stormbringer for both by the looks of things so far. Play Shadow. Am I gonna hate my life on Shadow in Gambit though? And you, Tahei. And you, my friend. Take it easy. Have a lovely weekend. What do you want to play? I mean, I'm enjoying like all of these specs. I'm not going to play the specs that I'm not enjoying. As long as you don't play with Ret Frosty. What do you mean by that, bro? Right, are these the right talents, Sati? Yeah, but that's still only 12 targets, isn't it? Come and get your... Right, let's go. You do any mount farming? I used to care more about it, but no, I haven't really been recently. I'd like Invincible, but I don't really care too much. I feel like stuff like this, it kind of just takes the fun out of mount farming, you know? 3 dot like mad. Yeah, but that's the bit that I need to work back into my muscle memory. Ignore EQ in single target. Yeah, exactly. Close to Maelstrom cap. Yeah. Yes, sir. Okay, what are you playing?
Do not allow the beauty of Tazavesh to
M plus S3 RT. Wait, what did you change there? Okay. Oh, okay, yeah, that's huge. Right. Let's just take anything. Take I don't mind about what we play. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, insight's huge. Okay, so I dot up. Shadow Crash. I want a Halo as well. Then our Dark Ascension, Devouring Plague, Void Torrent, Blast. Okay, it's just the opener that I need to get the grips with. What's up, Honey Badger? I don't like Fiend is dog, and so are tendrils. Yeah, I don't know what. I think it was just like shiny new thing, right? Yeah, same here, Dan. Take a Hunter, maybe? Oh. Or maybe that's Shami? Halo. Shadow Crash, Pet. Yeah, okay. I feel like generally the balance is pretty... I feel like a lot of specs are pumping. Yeah, that might be the problem, Lizzie. That might well be the problem, my friend. I'm doing good, Mirdax. How are you, my friend? Where are they at? Channel looks good. They just need to make silence baseline for all priests. Yeah, definitely. Healer priest definitely needs a kit. You feel it so much. Right, I'm actually excited to test out some shadow in here. Right, let's just go. Let's run it. Let's run it up. Let's run it up.
5, 4, 3, 2.
I mean, all of those other specs are doing a lot better mid-act, but also, obviously we've still got so long to go, my friend. Okay, we're testing out some Void Weaver Shadow. Right, so let's do this. There we go. Pet, Shadow Crash, Shadow Crash. Then we Void Torrent. Oh no, my PI is not working. I need to set up my PI. Where are we? We are here. Let's just put the AF lock on. Okay, right. Where is bro? Fine, you have PI, bro. Okay, let's go, let's go, let's go. Pick that. Start up here. That is so nice you get to move with Void Torrent. Wait, I forgot to Shadow Crash, I think. I'm still bumping. Did I forget to Shadow Crash? Yeah, I think I must have. I don't know. They just seem to come... I seem to have 2 stacks, which scares me. Okay, let's send the Void Torrent here. Pick that. Okay, target swapping to these fish sticks is horrid. What's that damage saying? Okay. Okay, okay, okay. Oh my god. That's terrifying. Where's the fish stick? There it is. Did it just die? Oh god, Shadow feels like ass in here. This is horrible. There's just so many targets. Void Volley needs to extend the duration of your dots. That needs to happen. Is Frost DK struggling with button blow? It's not struggling. I think it's worse than before, yeah, but it's definitely not a big deal. Why does that keep cancelling my Void Torrent? It's like when mobs leave the floor, it's cancelling my Void Torrent. It's a bug or something. Yeah, that is gross. I mean, I just fucked that then. Oh. Oh my god. Look at the size of those rifts, man. That is so nice. Jolo, appreciate the follow. Is he about to heal himself all the way? Holy insane resto druid. Don't forget to press Halo. Yeah, that's something I always forget to press.
Power eludes your grasp, Dalin.
I mean, considering I am completely fucking this up, I'm kind of surprised how much damage I seem to be doing.
Lead to ruin, Solia.
See how your wisdom fares against the might of the Titan.
See, I can play Shadow Priest well when it's like low target count, because I don't have to worry about like constantly reapplying all my dots. But in high target counts, it just all goes to shit. How's current Shadow? It feels very similar to Dragonflight, to be honest. But you're just playing with a different cooldown set. Yeah, this Dark Thoughts talent is so much better. What the hell is this? Get this out my earballs. What the fuck? This fucking lag. I can't take that, can I? I would like to buy another CR. Thank you, my friend. Yeah, I think that's... wait, I need to... We good? Someone ping him. There we go. Did they... What the fuck was that bar thing? Hello? Bro just completely dodged my Shadow Crash. I don't know what I'm taking so much damage from here. Okay, I whack that in there. Nice. For someone who didn't play much Mythic Plus when Tazavesh was in rotations, can someone educate me on why I hear so much hate? I don't know. I feel like this dungeon's pretty... Well, both of these dungeons are pretty widely well received. I really like both of them. God, I completely fucked... Shadow Priest is insane. I've completely fucked this whole dungeon and I'm still top DPS. Crazy work.
Selia's arrogance will be her downfall.
Tazavesh was, it was just a really, really bad expansion. Yeah, okay. When was this? Shadowlands? It might be that then.
A taxing journey, but our path remains true.
Wait, has that not been using my trinket either? Use 13. Oh no, it has. Okay. This spec is nuts. That was my 30-second go right there.
You have a talent for acquiring intriguing
Okay.
artifacts.
Go, go, go.
This was found among the ruins of the Black Empire. Yes?
Yeah, Gambit's a banger dungeon. I don't really like this next boss, but
Not enough smarts
apart from
to
that,
stay away from it.
Apologies, Captain. Please direct your grievances towards my associates.
You lot metal.
huge dam here.
Wrong, buccaneer.
Okay, nice. Alright, we taking this into boss? Yes, we are.
To whoever brings me their tongue. All hands on deck.
What is this arrow on me? Not arrow, eyes. Ah. Why did we not lost there as well?
Take no prisoners. There is no timeline in which you defeat.
How's Havoc next patch? Doing very well. Havoc's pumping. We lost, we're good.
Chest of gold to whoever brings me their tongue. Take no prisoners.
That get him? Nope. Of course it didn't.
Hands on deck.
What am I just... What the fuck am I meant to do with these ads? Like, what? Oh, I see BA. W stream?
Take no prisoners. Now you're the one to eat.
They're just fucking stuck to me like glue. And I can't stand... W stream?
There is no timeline.
If I remember right, the tank should... Yeah, I mean, I think it was my positioning, but you can't seem to fucking... they get a stacking buff, don't they? That just makes them fucking Usain Bolt, apparently. Yeah, this boss is fucked. Yeah, I need CC, but like I can't CC when I'm on a new fucking spec every 2 seconds. Yeah, Shadow's pumping for sure. Yeah, I also don't know. I've got Void Tendrils, which I could use. But I don't know what else I can use as Shadow. I tried to Psychic Scream, but that didn't work. Bam, 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 bam. I like Shadow, but just not on mass AoE. I've decided that was a problem for me in season 4 of Dragonflight as well. I remember playing Brackenhide Hollow and fucking hating it. What's up, Ovi? Great choices, my friend. They're both very, very fun right now, so can't really go wrong with either. And they're both very strong right now as well. Shadow's definitely stronger, but yeah, it's definitely a good spot to be. Void Weaver doesn't really care about... yeah, true, I guess. I guess that's why I was still pumping. Yeah. I mean, still, Psychic Link is like a lot of my damn, right? But yeah, I do enjoy Shadow, but like I don't get... The dopamine that I get from fucking playing Elemental is crazy. And Enhance. Both of them feel so fucking good. Right, who's online then? Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? I might just send you guys to Ash, to be honest. I feel like hosting bigger streamers doesn't actually fucking do anything. So we'll send you guys over to Ashley. Yeah, the animations are unreal, man. Right, that is me done, gang. W stream, holy. I mean... Most of you guys were here for the tier list, but I would appreciate any follows. I do appreciate all the follows that we got today as well. We got maybe like close to 50. I ain't too sure, but you guys crushed it. Thank you for all the subs as well, people. Red, thank you for the 5 gifted. And yeah, the tier list will be going live on YouTube this weekend. I might try rush it out tomorrow in case we get any more tuning. Because I don't want to chance it because they seem to be just rushing out tuning whenever the fuck they want at the moment, which is not ideal. But I've also recorded today, I recorded a winners and losers of ranged DPS, but that video is based on fun and like the gameplay of the spec and how the rotation feels, etc. So if you guys aren't subbed to the YouTube, there's the YouTube, go check that out. And yeah, make sure you sub so that you don't miss when those videos go live. W stream gang, have a lovely freaking weekend. I'm about to, well, not about to, but tonight I'm going to go down the beach for a barbecue with the missus and cook up some burgers, and I think we've got some kebabs as well, which I'm very much looking forward to. And then we might go for a little road trip tomorrow and go to another beach. But we will see. I'll keep you guys posted in the Discord. So there is the Discord if you're not inside the Discord. Have a lovely weekend, people. Say what's up to Ash. Enjoy your time in there. Say what's up to your nan. Peace out.